Hold on, I check out my phone.
Do it, baby.
Shit, you got a woman in the world, she better be cooking something really good. But you gonna be real with this cook.
You funny.
You want to celebrate Passat.
Yes, we live.
We live, man. Who opened it
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
We are the real Hebrew Israelites, GMS Virginia, Norfolk Camp, coming at you with the truth of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai in the days where lies has been being brought to the forefront. But first and foremost, we would like to face the heat and give all praise, glory, and honor to you.
Yahweh Bashem Yahushai.
Double honors to the apostles of great Millstone and rule well, peace and salutations unto the elect of the nation of Israel. The truth is coming out at such a pace that Esau Edom is in what's the word? When you're trying to stop it from happening. Yeah, right. And I'll go with that. Defense mode. You know, he's trying to control the narrative. You know, he's trying to make it so that the attention isn't so much looking at him or looking at other things. You know, so these you know, because these Edomites ain't getting rid of the idea of what he said that he was going to do for them. You know, releasing certain documents, making food more affordable again, you know, bringing jobs back. You don't hear about these things anymore, you know? But instead, what you know, this devil is trying to do is control the narrative. And the narrative is kicking him in his ass, you know? Because the people are starting to wake up to how one, misinformed they have been, and two, how this wicked kingdom is being controlled by another nation. You know? So all of this stuff is coming out, and you know, these Magites are starting to flip it. You know? This is the kingdom divided.
Magites. Yeah, they mad about the Epstein family. Even if they do release the Epstein, man, they done took out names. It's all a show.
Yeah, all the information they put out now, you got hella fucking blacked out, blurred out information, so you got to read between the lines. But they, like the brother said, it's just the tactics that they do to divert you from what's really going on. You know, which is that new system that they want to bring about.
Yeah, today people don't even know. The Swiss system is no more.
Yep.
Yep. They own the ISOS 20022, which is the digital system of doing transactions.
Yeah, Khan. So, you know, this place is falling, and the water Yahweh Hashem Yahushai for allowing us to see the fall of our enemies. You know? There'll be, 9 things that I hate in my heart, you know? Can somebody bring that out, Bubba Kashaw? You know? Because these things that are happening are turning out, you know what I'm saying, to be a witness against this devil. You know? The uproars of the people. You know? Down in Mexico, these people down there are flipping their wig. You know? Going against, you know, what this devil has tried to set up in their land. You know, here it is, they got a president that isn't even of their people. And Yahweh said, or Yahweh said, do not set up a king over you that is not of your brothers. You know? So, Issachar's going crazy down there. You know? And then the war, and rumors of wars is happening, you know what I'm saying? A quarter of the Babylonian fleet is down in near the coast of Venezuela, you know? But don't get it twisted, you know, you got the Russians down there, you got the Chinese down there, you know, you got all different nations down there.
If I can read this real quick, brother.
You gotta come.
Yeah, you got it. This is the title for at AmericanBanker.com, right? It says banks face challenges ahead of Saturday's ISO 20022 deadline, right? It says, so basically, every major central bank has to go from the standard way of doing transactions to this new digital way of doing transactions. And when you look at the new system, it's all about digital currencies. That's all it's about. It's all about doing transactions through digital currencies. So that shows you how quick we are to anything can happen at any moment. A black swan event. Because if the system's already up, all it takes is a black swan event for us to more policy. What you got to know?
Yeah, Con. I mean, exactly what your brother was saying. You know, that event is right here at the precipice of happening. You know, all of these prophecies are right here in your face, and who have been warning you people of these things, starting with our apostles, bishops, and elders on down for decades. So it's not like you haven't heard of it. You know, it's not like you haven't heard of the Israelites. You just chose not to listen. You know, the elites know exactly what's going on. You know, they're looking up in the skies and you know what I'm saying, they're seeing things happening and coming towards them. You know, so we are definitely in those times where, you know, shit's about to pop off, like the brother said, at any moment. You don't know when. You know, all we know is that these devils said it would happen on a Friday. In terms of the economy, it would happen on a Friday. You would go to the bank on a Monday and can't get nothing out.
Yeah.
You know, so they're telling you what their plans are. You know, they're showing you that they don't give a shit about you. You know, and you know, and you Jays constantly run unto these devils. You know.
Yeah, that's gonna be a dark day too when when people find out they can't get money out there. Because everybody's on the edge, everybody's ran by their emotions. I seen something today. Northern Kingdom got into it with the Edomite on the interstate.
Oh yeah, probably.
The Edomite shot at the car, but he didn't know that Northern Kingdom had his son in the car. His son killed his son. He told the cop, killed it, bro.
Oh, yeah, I just seen that. Okay, I didn't know it was a shooter. I thought it was just a crash. That's why it's still bugging out.
Roll rage.
Yeah, roll rage.
What I said to say is, people that just kill him, just shoot him, just off the road. Just cut me off. So I'm pulling like shoot. Everybody's emotions is at an all-time high. So you can imagine when something drastic like that happens and you can't even get money out the bank. I mean, people are just gonna. It's gonna be a dark day. The scripture say, "What the day of the Lord?" The brother can get that. The day of the Lord is the day of darkness. You know what is it? You really gonna need the covering of the Lord, man. Because you know, not everybody's can fight. Not everybody is a weapon type of guy. And even if you are carnal, or you can fight, or you use a skill with weapons, that's not gonna deliver you in that day, man.
Yeah, it can only last you for so long. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Know it's your time. You know what I'm saying? The day you're born, the day you die. So basically, you just, it's going to be inevitable.
Yeah.
Like you say, you don't have to cover everything by your question. At the end of the day, it's just, like you say, it's vain and pointless.
The only thing that you'll be able to help you in that day is what the Lord's been teaching you, right? The Lord says the soft has to turn away around. You see somebody's irate and losing their fucking mind, the scriptures teach us, hey, don't allow your ego to go tit for tat with them. Give them a soft answer. You got it, because that can save your life. Sirach is a book of wisdom. Proverbs is a book of wisdom. It's for you to apply it. But when you get in situations that you don't apply these things, that can cost you your life. The scriptures say that is the way of living. It's somewhere small until the words that He's showing us is how to prolong our life. So if you get into an instance with a situation with somebody, y'all go tit for tat on ego, and you don't apply what the Lord's been saying, you might lose your life that day.
Right.
You know, so when you operate in the carnal, what the carnal reaps what? Death. It's not spiritual. So if you both just going on a carnal tit for tat, somebody's going to end up hurt in a bad way. But a lot of times we can prevent a lot of things that happen to us just by applying the wisdom that the Lord gave us. And that's what the scripture says, knowledge and wisdom should be stability by times in that day. It doesn't say your weapon is going to be stability time, or how big your muscles are, your six pack, and how fast you can run it. It says knowledge and wisdom should be stability. You got to make sure that you're not just regurgitating these precepts, but you're actually reading the Proverbs along and to get the wisdom. That's why these men, you got to think, our forefathers took their time to prescribe these things from scrolls. Yes, right. It must be important if a man took his time for us to get that. So we need to make sure we're soaking this stuff up while we can and applying it to our lives. Because that's what's going to save our lives.
In Romans 8:6, it says, "For to be carnally minded is death." It says, "But a spiritual mind is life and peace." You know, and fear is true. But Hashem Yahshua is gifted us. You know, we find peace knowing that we sheep among wolves. You know, so we know how to navigate. You know, and we know how to read certain spirits to know, hey, let's get the fuck out of there. Like the one chick that came up a couple weeks ago, he was kind of bugged out of his mind. The brother seen the spirit that was on him already. He's like, all right, let's get the fuck away from this dude, you know. But that's the kind of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that comes when you're applying spiritual benefits, you know.
Yeah, let me get this real quick, right? It says, Proverbs chapter 9, verse 11. For by me thy days shall be multiplied, and the years of thy life shall be increased. And that's going into wisdom, right? When you read it in the New Living Translation, it says, wisdom will multiply your days and add years to your life. So that's how you live long. When you see somebody dying young, they don't have wisdom, right? Whether that be from health issues, whether that be from carnality, because I'm running my ops, went down on my ops. That man's toughest, so-called toughest guys all died. That little nigga came by, he was killing shit. He was a
Yeah. And you know so crazy, man.
and he got put out in the obituary. He didn't even see it.
Yeah.
He's one of the top shooters,
You know?
and he's here fighting and don't even see his best. All he in the spirit.
Yeah, you know some crazy man. Like I said, not to draw off, but this guy named Dr. Prison. I'm not sure you guys know about him. Dr. Prison. Well, basically, he's a counselor to like young children. Yeah, the one with that. That situation, right? I'm now like with that kid, because if you're here, he said, he said about not King Von.
Right.
But again, like you said that. Like you said, the King Von spirit really has an influence on these young children, man, to make them do like murder stuff. Because in the interview, like you said, you know what I'm saying, during that time, we the King Von started saying the N-word. He started stacking couches, and basically one of his music was what Murder on My Mind. So, like you said, that has influence on these young children, man. So, at first, like I said, it always starts with the objects, chairs, the tables, the animals, then you have the human beings.
Bro, I'm on my route, right?
Yeah.
It's these kids that have been on my route since I've been there. And they're in middle school now. They just got to middle school. And I seen them the other day. They was walking by some other kids and they got into it. And I'm thinking, I know these kids are good and I know they're terrorists. They're not in the bad neighborhood. What's wrong with them that possessing the think that way?
Yeah.
And then when you get dead in the street and just trying to emulate what you see, it's a sickness, man. These are kids that grew up nice, in a nice neighborhood, they never seen nothing dark. But the rap music, man, that shit they see on TV, it leads to death.
Hey, did y'all see, by any chance, did y'all see, I forget what state it was in, pretty much the mother, she had sickle cells or something like that. She had 2 children. She was trying to, it was off of school property, they beat the hell out of her.
Oh, yeah.
I said, that's wicked as fuck, man. She fighting, trying to keep the kids.
Yeah, that was sad.
And then all you hear is, get her mom, get her mom. I said, goddamn, what's going on with these kids?
Yeah, that's Keisha, bro.
Kids know, like, if a parent is involved, no, we don't, you know what I'm saying? That's a deterrent. It's like, we don't put our hands on, you know what I'm saying? They'd be like, I'm gonna go get my mom. It ain't no, that's a law on that. You
Surely get that scripture on the wall and put these kids in
Yeah, it's
because that right there, that ain't nothing new. That's why the Lord put killed them kids that was going up against the prophet.
Oh yeah, Elijah.
Don't that boy here.
Six kings.
Those was little,
I think it's like 6 kings.
those was little niggas.
Yeah.
And straight demons. Even Esau was in the comments, boy. He said, send them all back to Africa. And I was just, look, you can't be mad at you when he say shit like that.
Yeah.
Because when you see your nation like that, it don't get lower than that. These are like 10-year-olds
Not bad.
beating up a grown-ass woman and her child.
And there was another one too that I saw that they was trying to fight the daughter and they wouldn't let the daughter get to the car. And the mom was like, get in the car, don't worry about it. Next thing you know, they surrounded the car and the mom was trying to get her in the door. They slammed the door, pulled the mom and pulled the daughter, and it was probably like 20 of them just beating on the mom. God damn. I said they don't give a fuck in these schools.
Nah, bro,
Since 21
but like you even seen it a couple of years ago, where they had this girl hang up a mom, at, like at the front door, smacking the shit out the mom.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? But that girl,
Yeah, them niggas need to go, man.
yeah, right. 2 days later, her ass is in the spirit.
Oh yeah, she confronted him.
Yeah.
You such mom? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I seen that. Yeah, that was wicked. That was
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. It's on the thing.
wicked. She got a rock. That's
So,
righteous.
yeah, righteous as hell. So these kids ain't got respect for other parents. They damn sure ain't got no respect for you. You know, they ain't got no respect for themselves. And all that shit stems at home by not having a father at home as well. Because a lot of these houses are built upon the fucking emotions. There's no logic to it. I seen this one video where they had this one big fat kid arguing with a small kid that had a father at home. The kid who was raised by his mom was yelling at the kid who was raised by his dad, and the kid who was raised by his dad was just looking at him. And then at the end of it, he just cold cuffed him like, I'm done with you. Bow. Just knocked him right the
Like
fuck out.
arguing with a fucking woman because he was raised by a woman. And see,
Yeah.
even if you do have a father in the house these days, they castrate the father and they want the father to rule by emotions.
Oh, you making them upset.
The scriptures tell you not to call your child and laugh not at his fault. You supposed to have that James Evans spirit. JJ was in there after the food all day. James come home, give him that look. As soon as James leaves, JJ back. He knew he couldn't put that shit around Paul. That's what your father gotta be. Because if you don't, you'll realize that now they're 11, 12, 13. Now they out the learn this shit. So if you put that in there, now they're gonna be looking up at you. You're gonna be too late. Now you smoking. Kids moving over, your woman moving over. You don't feel like a man. Castrate.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to put away that evil.
That's right.
Put that shit away. Nullify it quick. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Remember, I forget the name, name did it, but he went to war, and you know what I'm saying, he stole some stuff and hid it in his tent. And you know what I'm saying, and they were losing the war behind that, and they found out what he had done.
Oh, Jonathan. Talking about Jonathan, what happened with Saul. Pretty much they were supposed to slay all the Amalekites, and Jonathan, he kept, it was before they were supposed to slay all the Amalekites, but it was like 2 accounts. So pretty much Jonathan, he had stole the spoil, he kept it in his tent, and then they came to find out, and then they was like, put Jonathan to death, and all of Israel was like, no, don't do it. So then he didn't do that. He didn't listen to the Lord then and there. And the second time was the Amalekites.
Okay, it was an instance where, I'm not sure if that was the instance. It was the instance where, Yahweh Shai or Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai said, don't take anything from the heathen. And he took shit from the heathen and hid it in his house. And they were losing the war. And then, once they found out he did it, they not only killed him, they slaughtered the entire family. They put the entire family to death. They put away that evil. Because the wife probably knew. The household probably knew. Put that evil away. But they don't do that in this wicked kingdom.
We'll do all
People don't do the Lord, man. That's the thing. Like, they knew, if they truly knew and understood the Lord, people would not be acting the way they act. They'll realize it.
Yeah, so, you know,
He's to be feared, man. He's to be feared. The Lord got people sitting in their fucking coma. They awakening. Their spirit is awakening. They can't fucking move, man. You know how many people in their fucking hospital bed alive and they just can't fucking, they just in a coma. The spirit is coherent. They can hear everything. They can hear everything. They can't open their eyes. Really, they in sleep for us.
Yeah, kind of.
For the rest of their life. And it's up to the family if they want to pull the plug.
Yeah, that's the
Really, they still alive. When you pull the plug, they still living. They spirit still.
Yeah.
It's just the Lord got them trapped in paralysis.
It's good. And that's worse than death. You see, you can't move, you just hear stuff, you don't know what's happening.
Imagine you hear them, we pulling the plug.
Uh-huh.
You can hear that shit.
Yeah.
We pulling the plug on them.
Yeah, I know. I do exactly something.
Real shit.
I ain't gonna lie, like you said, like you got brothers and state of mind that, like to the doctors, that's a lot of
I didn't know
money.
which one you. I was thinking about.
They gonna persuade the families
Yeah,
to do that.
facts.
But that's the judgment of the Lord.
Yeah, for real.
Because that person is technically still alive.
Yeah.
They just can't get up out of that deep sleep, that deep coma. They hearing you pull the plug on their ass. That's crazy.
I should have laughed, that's scary.
And you're going into what you were saying that people don't know the Lord. You know, it's even accounts of the Lord's men putting curses on these little children and the Lord's
This is real. We were just talking about it.
Yeah, and I had that for you. This is 2 Kings 2 and 23. It says, and he went up from there unto Bethel, and as he was going up by the way, there came forth little children out of the city, and mocked him, and said unto him, Go up, thou bald head, go up, thou bald head.
Yeah, facts.
Verse 24 it says, and he turned back and looked on them and cursed them in the name of the Lord. And there came forth 2 she-bears out of the woods and tear 40 and 2 children of them.
Like, no, fight. Fuck that little ass kid.
They're looking at it in a fleshly sense. Their spirits is ancient. That's a grown man in a little kid body.
You got 50-year-olds in a little kid body. One of my sister's friends, her sister is my age, but she's stuck in a fucking room. And all she do all day, but she's stuck like that. You can't look at a kid and say, oh, they little. So their spirit is, they know what the fuck going on. They know what the fuck they ain't supposed to do, what they supposed to do. They absorb it. And just do it any fucking way. That's why the school say you have to instill discipline.
They just like, I just don't get caught. I'm be good.
That's all it is.
Then when they get caught, you're like, oh, so you knew you weren't supposed to be doing that, but you doing it anyway.
The same thing that adults do. Yeah. When we trespass against the Lord, we doing the same exact thing. We know we ain't supposed to do certain shit, and we do it anyway. So when you looking at a kid, you can't be, oh, that's a kid. That's a fucking demon. What the fuck you talking about? Curse that little nigga. So he torment the whole city. That's why you got all these little niggas tormenting everyone now.
Kind of that goes back into what Hanania was saying. You don't understand the judgments of the Lord, you know? Yahweh Shem Yahshua looks at the enemy. We look at the flesh and saying, oh, you know what I'm saying, it's a little kid. But, yeah, right. But you know what that little fucking demon did before this life. Right, you know?
Brothers ever seen that movie, Portland? It was like an old movie. It came out like probably like 2009 or something like that. Pretty much the lady, she had some type of disease or some type of element to where she appeared as a 9-year-old girl. The whole time she was 33 years old. And the bitch was going around slaughtering families.
That's old.
I said, this little, I said, is she just a kid? Man, this bitch a grown animal. And she hiding in the bar tip. She had the teeth coming out. Man, that shit traumatized me as a kid. I didn't trust kids since. Look out of here. Look out there, kid. That bitch gotta go. That's a demon.
See, also too, man, because I was thinking earlier, it's also what a business with the rule. Even though she got humiliated, but guess what happened after that? Tyler Perry gave her $1 million.
Oh, you talking about the
You're talking about the burgers. Yeah, I just found out. Yeah, see today your top actually gave her $1 million.
Oh, you talking about the family?
Yeah, the family.
Yeah, I
$1
saw
million.
that.
You see, it's a blessing. So, you know, she got humiliated like that, but at the same time, see, the Lord can bless you like that. See, the Lord can put you down in most embarrassing moments, and He can give you $1 million just like that in nowhere. So how much more us, the men of the Lord? I mean, we go through situations. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We're going on low times, but you know, but at some point we're gonna get our come up. It's just a matter of when. You know what I'm saying?
And it made, now that you said it, made me think about, you know, obviously 1 Corinthians 15 is talking about getting beaten up. But like you said, the twinkling of an eye, anything can just happen. Like the Lord can literally just make anything happen.
Yeah. Celebrity didn't have to do that if he didn't want to. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? No celebrity didn't have to do that, but he did it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't joke with kids, man. You can't because they'll think you their equal.
Yeah.
You cannot do that. It's a contradiction. You know, you have to be that disciplinary figure that they see because they get it in their life. They have to know when they're around you, it's not all games and jokes. Because when they're around people their age, they do the game and the joke and shit. When they get around father, they're always joking and gaming. How can they respect you?
That's right.
Exactly, and that's messed up a lot of homes where you know the man's hands are bound by you know the rules of this fucking kingdom. You know, like on how to chastise children.
Yeah.
You know, and so now you got a kid who won't listen to you because mom is rebellious as fuck.
Yeah.
You know, the kids don't come to you no more because they know that you're gonna say no. I'm speaking from experience.
Yeah.
You know, the kids avoid you, you know, to get to mom, and then now you are correcting mom, and now you got to deal with that bullshit.
Kids be playing the two parents on each other. You know?
Which is why a lot of men don't even want to deal with these fucking women out there.
Divided household, man.
Yeah.
And I damn near hated my stepfather, but you needed that because it taught you a lot of shit. Like, you getting up doing this newspaper route. Phone him, get your ass up. I got school. I'm doing this, you're doing that, you're going in. You're breaking the yard, cut the grass, you're doing this, you're taking this out. And then you're just gonna be sitting in the house, pulling your fucking thumb. And they teach you that you gotta do it. You can't just be, and around him I knew I couldn't play the fucking game. I can play that game shit everybody else. Hell nah.
Yeah, right.
Now these kids ain't never had a good ass with them.
Balance.
Now I done had a fucking off the tree. Grandma's gonna go to the tree. That's what made me beat. Swear. You ain't had no whelps, you ain't had an ass with them.
I got a picture.
I still got the marks. You know?
And you know Jake taking out his
Yeah,
fucking
he bad.
they transgression and fucking slavery.
Yeah, God.
They oppression on it.
Yep.
You know you can't fuck around. You go sit the whole day, you have to sit down and watch the TV.
Yep.
Well, still the rest of the day.
Oh, man.
What's such and such quiet?
Yeah, right. I already know.
His ass beat.
Sit your ass down now. And I'll stay.
Right.
You need that though, that's
Nah,
beautiful.
yeah.
You need that, man. Because these kids is not getting that, bro. Kids are not getting their ass beat. Not the proper way.
Yeah.
And then when you beat your kid ass, you gotta make sure you're telling them why you beating their ass. And it's still what they supposed to be doing right. You don't want to just beat their ass and they be like, how do you do it?
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? You break them down and not build them up.
Yeah. That's wrong too, because a lot of people do that, they'll beat their kid ass. Just beating their kid ass. Yeah. Not teaching them anything, gotta still them anything. So they think my parents beat me. I'm like, wait. No, you can't do that. That's what
They get their favorite toy and shit.
despise me. You know, I beat my ass.
With Julia.
Because they're not telling them, but you should live like this. This is what's gonna happen if you continue down this path. There's a challenge over there for these teachers. Watch, that's why she knows.
And you know, they might not show its fruits in the beginning.
Yeah.
But later on, you know, that kid will be like, thanks. Thanks. You know, you got that.
Yeah, this is natural.
Yeah, no, that's real. Because like I said, growing up, I ain't fucking my step punch. I actually fucked my step punch. got my teenage years. I thought,
Okay.
homo,
Yeah.
he folded my ass up. You know, but you think like,
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you now. Yeah,
That testosterone give you
fold my ass up, that tough. Fuck with him. You need that.
Yeah, facts.
And as you get older, you mature, you realize all these things are necessary, especially when you come to the truth. You know, now the truth makes you so much wiser. You understand why these things are.
Yeah, right. You know, yeah, right. You know, that's a misconception and that a lot of these kids have. You know, dealing with men and older men. You know what I'm saying? Because their whole life they see him walking around like fucking Yoda. You know, until that time comes when Yoda starts flipping over shit, and it's like, oh, damn. You know?
Yeah, because you gotta understand, you can be young and not have wisdom, but there's a certain type of wisdom that comes with age. You can't, no matter what you do, you can't get that. That's something that just how the Lord designed. The older you get, the more wiser you get. You can be a wise young man, but it's still a lot of stuff you don't know compared to an older man. Like even me, I'm a very wise man when it comes to the scriptures, but I understand that those older men in the world I can learn a lot from.
Yeah, that's right.
You'd be a fool to think, oh, I know shit they don't know. That's idiocracy. You know, with great comes much wisdom. You know, and when you learn that takes wisdom too, because you gotta learn these young dudes out here. Like, now Noah, they was young before. You know, they done did the same shit you did. There's nothing new under the sun. You know, 3 times over. That's why our elders always tell us. You been on that path. You know where you're going. You know, touch the stone is hot. Do it anyway. Just like with the whole Sakari group. When Elazar broke off from Seattle, Carolina, they started that whole Seattle Sakari shit. It was him, Deacon, and the other boy. Boston, it was 3 of them. And they started at the elders group. Not the route you want to go, not the route you want to take. And initially, nothing happened. Matter of fact, they got a fountain. They grew. The Lord allowed them to grow. And the Lord was allowing them to grow for a reason. Right? So they grew into this big, huge camp. I mean, it's a corridor. Yeah, I was amazed. Like, damn, these brothers from states all over. But you start seeing them teach the fucking doctrine. Because at first they didn't change the doctrine.
Yeah.
But then they started changing the doctrine. They were like, the Lord ain't doing it. Then they started rebuking our elders.
Yeah.
And now you see what it's become.
Yeah.
Now you got the Genesis. Now you got Genesis teaching their own doctrine. Now you got Elazar cutting them. Elazar talks to GMS. Get on them. They changed it up.
Now we on that side.
You know, but you see what'll happen when you don't listen to elder men. Because Elazar thought, oh, I got all this knowledge. Elazar, he got very wise. I used to watch him on the video. Doing his thing. But you can't allow that wisdom that you're attaining as a young man to say, I know more than my elders. Because there's certain things that the elders have that you don't have. And they knew that the way that they was going was not going to be, was not going to last. And maybe it took damn near a decade, but it crumbled.
Yeah.
That takes patience. The elders, the elders just eating on us. We know that. That's why elder, you will see elder posts all the time. Don't worry about don't make them, don't let them get mad. Let them do what they doing. The Lord got them over there doing. They gonna come. It happened. But it's your brothers. You know, we mad as hell at them. But the elders is like, we see this play, it's gonna play.
Yeah.
So you can be knowledgeable in the truth as a young man, but there's certain things you can't. No matter how hard you try, you're not gonna be able to grasp it. No matter
Yeah, and like you said, it's crazy, right? Like I said, having inside Sakari, man. You know what I'm saying? They had an argument, dispute. Next thing you know, they went and did their own thing. That's what happens, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we can come together, like you said, man, the whole breaks, man. Because what? It's not. Because what? It wasn't blood on y'all by shooting out shot. You try to build on another man's foundation. The scripture says.
Yeah, growing old is looked at, is frowned upon at this age, but that's actually supposed to be like so honor. Like in the kingdom, the older you are, is when you're like, oh, shit. You know, because the only reason it's frowned upon is because the flesh decays as you get older.
Yeah.
But really, your spirit's still the same. It's just your body gets weaker, your flesh is still the same. That's why it's frowned upon. In the kingdom, a man that lives 1,000 years, he goes, oh, this man is great. Really see him. But that's what it's supposed to be. You know, we're gonna have that full white wool, that's gonna be glorified. You know what I'm saying?
Look at Apostle Gabar, man. You know what I'm saying? It's damn near weight. That's crazy, man. Damn near weight, man. It's crazy, man. You know, Apostle, Orion, man, that's crazy, man. You know, the decade of Washington, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. Also too. I mean, look at Job, man. Job, the wisest man. Everybody came to him. You know what I'm saying? But we started to catch a little bit of hell, and they don't really want to be around that man. You know what I'm saying? Because what he was tested. But at the end of the day, Job kept his integrity. He never gave up, even though he lost everything. But you see what happened? He got received 10 folds, man. That's us.
Yeah, that's what the Lord puts his because even if you look at Paul and the disciples, they're all young men in their 20s. Because Yahushua was 33 when he passed, and they was younger than him. That's why he was putting them through so much, because they had to learn quickly. They had to get in prison. They had to get all this. They got to go through experiences. They got to travel here, go here, be persecuted here. They got to get it fast. They ain't have time to go to 50 years and all that, because the 70 AD was approaching. So they had to do the book of Acts had to know. They had to do their commission. Go ahead,
Sirach, chapter 34 and verse 9. A man that has traveled knoweth many things, and he that have much experience will declare wisdom. That backing up what you're saying.
Yeah, experience comes with age. Or situations you've been thrust into. But once again, that ties in with age. The longer you live, the more you see, the more you know. The more you know how to handle situations, the better you know how to handle situations. If you're being applying yourself. That's why Noah was able to build an ark. Noah wasn't just able to build an ark because Lord just gave him the blueprint. Noah had knowledge of how to build, the landscape. Noah, what the fuck he was doing. Because he lived a long, the man was living a long time. They understood so much. A lot of them, we in the so-called technological age, a lot of our forefathers knew more than we did on the earth. That's a damn shame. We got more wisdom as far as like technology and all this other shit. But our forefathers understood more about the earth than us. Yeah. They could teach us about animals, herbs, and all this stuff. We still trying to learn, you know what I'm saying? I just show you how far man has fallen.
It also goes to show how much this government is. He knows the benefits of herbs. That's what you see on his plate. You see healthy, grass-fed cows and animals and stuff like that. But meanwhile, he'll sit around and, like, he'll feed you corn-fed this and corn-fed that. Chicken with GMOs.
Reject the price of the Lord should be beneficial for you. And he doesn't even make the society conducive for our benefit of learning these things and going to these things. Because look what's surrounding us, man. You have to literally search and put your will into trying to, go back to your roots and your heritage, your diet, and, how to take care of yourself, man. Because it's not given to us, it's not shown to us.
That's one of the benefits of being in the street and around brothers who actually deal with certain herbs and deal with the herbs and deal with health and deal with knowledge and how to deal with what you're going through. Being able to talk to a brother who has had this situation happen, who can talk you through it, get you through it. Through the spirit of power of Yahweh. And that's something a lot of these kids and a lot of these people have lacked their entire lives. They haven't had anyone direct their path, to do the right thing, so to speak. Everything that these people have been led to do has been led towards their destruction. At the end of the day. That's why you see these kids running amok, being little fucking devils. That's why you see women out here as harlots and, disrespectful, loud Christians. That's why you see men effeminate, weak, soft-spoken. That's why you see these things, because everything has been flipped upside down. There's no sense of direction. And you know, it all started with the family structure. When you destroy the family structure, you destroy men. You destroy generations of men, women, and children.
See that shit?
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? And that's what this devil has done. He has destroyed families. He has destroyed Jake's. And now they're upset because now it's happening to them. It's happening to their families. And now they're starting to see it. You know, and now they got a problem. They're arguing about how they're not breeding as much. They didn't have a problem when our women were going into these abortion clinics. But now they're sitting back and saying, we're being outbred. You know?
That's what that one dude at the press conference.
That's what I'm referring to. That's what I'm referring to. You know what I'm saying?
It was a dude. He was going against a
City Hall type deal.
City Hall type of deal, but it was just like this mega kind of Edomite, you know, going against Arabians that come into the American country. It was pretty much just like, yeah, y'all come over here, y'all get multiple wives, y'all outbreed us, blah, 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 go back home. Look, we don't want your shawarma here. It was talking about, yeah, I was
saying.
You know, anybody can just go to any city.
Yeah, just talk shit, yeah.
Voice and fucking. They do that shit all the time, bro. They fucking racist as shit.
Yeah. But you know, the thing is, his shit was falling on deaf ears, and you know, in that audience, you know. But there's a lot of people that feel it the same way he does. You know, he saw he was falling, you know, and he ain't getting back up. You know what people because each one's falling, he ain't getting back up. You know, contrary to what he believes and what he states, or what he thinks, you know, their plans to destroy us is now destroying him. His children are turning out to be, you know, the well-known devils. You know, his women are turning out to be harlots. You know, his men are being known as the one who's spreading this mold mentality. You know, Jake likes to overdo shit, but you know, he's going through his shit. Yeah. Okay, come. If anybody got something, you know what I'm saying, you have to bring it out. But, you know, this kingdom.
Nobody wants to be a fucking anybody no more. everybody on TikTok looking at Jake and how they run the world.
Oh, yeah.
Man, bro, everybody on TikTok, babies to people in their fucking 80s. Everybody is looking like, oh, damn, these people on the earth are trash. You know, they women getting lip implants and trying to look like all So no, nobody wants to be like. They see y'all as carriers, they see y'all. They even got fucking Netflix making documentaries about carriers. People are watching this stuff and turning on you like, y'all right. Y'all make the earth whack. And they trying their best to fight it. But no, we're not whack. Because some of them are sincere. Like some of them really want to be a part of Jake and show like, no, I can shut them down. They be all people. They try to, you know, not every Edomite is a thriving. Not every Edomite don't have that misconception. The reason why they the wicked is because they transgress the laws naturally. And not every Edomite is right. A lot of Edomites are sincere and really want to hang around you. They want to,
You ain't got the sauce. Yeah, facts. That's what it is. The salt.
the food bland. They don't understand. When you put that Marvin Gaye on they confused. They're like conflicted. Because they want to hit Dolly Parton.
He said they conflicted.
He did a video on that like back then. They had a thing called like the jive talk. Pretty much about like the slaves, they were talking a certain way. So the slave masters wouldn't understand what they were saying, but it kind of transpired to like the 50s, 60s, and so on and so forth. And they actually had acting school for Edomites to go there and learn how to skip jobs so they could, you know what I'm saying, get into those particular roles to act with Jake, because Jake did it naturally and they were trying to, you know, it's like, what's that job, man? Kicking that with me, kick it down.
But if you talk to an Edomite today, if you talk to an Edomite today, listen to them talk. A lot of the slang words that they use, it's all they always come up with slang shit. So that shows you people are seeing now, and they not gonna admit it, but they subconsciously are learning like, man, people that make the earth cool now. Everybody trying to decide. Everything that's cool come from them.
You'll see everything on TikTok. Every other nation is literally copying Jake.
It's back for
Music, dancing, all the dances,
Like you said,
everything.
hey,
Cooking, like they be on fucking cooking trying to. I'm like, who the fuck talking about that?
I be
Hey.
seeing videos where they be like, I'm black.
yeah.
I'm black, I make food.
Every club you go to, in our foreign country, like I say, I'm pretty sure witness right. Who they always play? They get it, what I'm saying. You go out to a country, they get
It's
clubs.
either nigga music or Latin music.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, they getting down salsa and other. I said, this nigga might get down.
Yeah.
They take actual classes.
Yeah. They sincerely want to be. You understand? Esau grew up with Jacob. He's the Edomite of all Edomites.
Facts.
He wasn't trying to just lynch his brother.
No.
They grew up and played together. They ate together. They slept together. That was his brother. He wanted to be down. But he was wicked. His wicked nature usurped him wanting to be down with Jacob. Motherfucker, you supplanted me. And he's fucking, and he said, fuck this brother shit. I'm murder.
Yeah.
Murder
So what
shit.
Cain and Abel.
He fucked with his brother, but he's that wickedness in him.
It's like Cain and Abel. It's like Cain and Abel.
Oh, he took his ass.
Because if you think about it, when he went and Jacob was able to give him the counter and shit, when he came back later after they got older, he could have took Jacob out. And that shows you he still looked at him as a brother. But Jacob was a wise man. He understood, I need to supply his car now. Make him feel like a man when he took some shit from him. Yeah, that's right, Jacob. Give me all that shit. Walked on with his admit, and he was fulfilled. You know, but if Jacob would have met him with that, this is, what? And that's how Jake try to do. They try to meet Esau in that realm. What? What? You think you can battle me with carnality? It's hard. Before you know it, your ass sprung up in your neck. Swinging from the pocket.
That's a really good point. Because that's what a lot of Jake's
Do not try to antagonate that nigga. Because he's wicked. And that's what a lot of them would shoot this shit with you. We all work around them. They really would talk to you about sports and all that. I'm talking about supervisor today. We shoot this shit. But the moment you do something they don't like, you try to stop it. That's when that wickedness will come out.
Me.
It's that ego, man. That's the ego.
That's a real fucking.
He don't have no fruits of the spirit. You act straight off the coast. Now some of them are just, I want to kill you, nigga. I want to kill a nigga. But a lot of them ain't like that. They just wicked in their natural state.
Yep.
That's why they can't be.
You see, the Denver, they love the micromanage. They love to feel that type of power over it. They micromanage everything, especially at the plantation. You gotta let them have it.
The moment they feel like you trying to be over them is when they can't help it. They're in the flesh.
Don't ask them a question, they get mad. But how do you, so what are you challenging? You trying to make me feel stupid?
Boy.
You don't like that shit.
You gotta say boy.
You're like, why are we doing it like this? So we can be doing it this way. Oh, they get mad.
And before you know it, he using his connections from the fire department, police sheriff, and look, we finna kill us a nigga. We need you to turn a blind eye. He goes in and on the phone. You go in and swipe your card. You gotta put the shit over your head. Put you in the back of the truck.
Get over here, boy. Get over here,
You
boy.
can't beat E in this age, man.
That's his kingdom.
This is his kingdom.
You got the damn sheriff on 64 waiting for you.
Bro, I see the police today at the fire department having a fucking meeting, the whole shit. And they all eat them with. What they talking about? That's their secret bullshit. Whatever they want to do, something they can do it at any time. Imagine you in the neighborhood, you live with the police, and he want to just, you can't do shit about it. So it's better for you to just let them have it, man. You don't know who these Edomites know. And when this truth teaches us, be subject to the higher authority. This is not our case. Stop trying to act like, because you trying to be like him.
My ego, my pride. I can't go to the
A lot of guys come to the truth like that.
I can't go to
Sometimes you may have to allow you might come in.
You see what y'all shot?
Oh, that's
You
his
know what I'm
spirit.
saying? Y'all shot. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You gotta think about y'all shot. You know what I'm saying? Y'all shot. You know, destroyed him, you know what I'm saying? Since early as you wanted to. But what you said what? Wasn't that time? You know
You
what I'm
just
saying?
spat on him, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Ultimate disrespect. You get spit on.
You know what I'm saying? That's the Lord of King of Kings. You know what I'm saying? That's Yahweh's son. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He had done with himself. So how much so hey, you gotta do the same thing. Yahweh said, "Well, run your season under the season. This is his kingdom." The Lord dealing with them. Simple as that. Like you said. You know what I'm saying? It says, you know, Sirach says what? Stay away from the man that had the power to kill.
Yeah, when we was leaving Egypt, we knew not to fuck with Esau. Look, we don't touch shit. We just go past because they already was established. We wasn't a nation yet. Lord didn't make us a nation. We was leaving captivity. We was still trying to build something. They already had their little clans and shit.
You come out there, what? Fuck out of here. Oh, we don't.
Let them have it. Let them have it.
They ain't even let us pass.
Yeah. You gotta let, and what we do? Turn our hands up there. They got it. Because we ain't had shit. What the fuck we gonna do? You can be big and strong all you want. They got an established community there.
You traded.
They know the land, the territory. They got weapons. They been there.
You ain't got shit. They got it here.
Yeah.
All day, every day.
That's the point.
These motherfuckers communicate. You can walk down a block and it ain't even your block. They already know that you're coming even before you get there.
Yeah.
They communicate like that. Hey,
We did watch.
Yeah. It's like, yeah.
Oh, that's real. That's real.
coming
That's
up the
true.
block.
That's
Yeah,
real.
just walked out like you said. That's why when the YNs that be caught on Facebook Live, right? You know, with the guns, next thing you know, the cops be right there on.
Bro, I had a Edomite call my job. Told my manager, he ain't give me nothing today, but I see him out my blinds give something to the other person called. So they be watching everything.
That's crazy.
They ain't got shit to do. Let them have it, bro. Let them
They
have
kingdom.
it.
They gotta be vigilant.
Let them have it.
You know, it's good to say, you know, he's a crafty hunter.
The wicked watchman.
It's in him to watch shit. You know, it's in him to monitor the time when shit happens. You know, he's a timer.
Yeah.
That goes back into what you were saying as far as micromanagement. He's a time manager. Everything he does is based on time. You know, well, it took you too long to do this. It took you too long to do that. You know, you spent a minute longer on your break. He's a time manager. You know, so that's what he does. You know, even when he goes out on his hunts, because I hear these Edomites have conversations about deer hunting and shit like that. And what they do, them motherfuckers sit there and say, yeah, man, I was in the blind for 6 hours. 18 minutes and 23 seconds. You know, timing that shit. You know? Did you get something? No. But he's cool with that. But the next day, his ass was right back out there again, doing the same thing. That's just what he does. You know, he's a crafty hunter. You know, he'll sit back and he'll wait for the prey.
Yeah, go on, yeah.
You know, he ain't got to go to the prey. The prey will come to him. You know, and that's just a mindset that he has, and that's something that Jake just doesn't understand. And I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, that first
Leave this
wave,
motherfucker alone.
that first wave in Jacob's trouble is gonna be a lot of civil wars. There's a lot of Esau, just like to your point, and just been watching these Jakes they work with, trying to get opportunity. You know, and they gonna do it. That day they ain't shit to work for. Everybody gonna be going. That first wave will be crazy.
Yeah, it is.
It's gonna be done with death. Lights out, death. It's gonna take a minute for shit to calm down. People to get their senses. Like, look, this is the new way of living. That first panic is gonna be a lot of death. You know, a lot of raping and shit. Because when people are scared, they react accordingly. They get violent.
Like you
That's
said,
another thing. That's definitely
afraid to
afraid
go
of blood.
bad, be state of nature.
You ain't afraid of blood.
You know,
You might see blood and you might cringe a little bit because you're not used to blood the way he's used to blood. This devil's used to stringing shit up and cutting it down the middle.
Cuts coming off.
But
Yeah, he eat blood. This is he right there. She got a channel. She got like a 2 ounces. How does bitch don't get sick? She'll eat the raw meat.
that's crazy.
Raw, complete. Like go to the store, get the meat. Eat it, but she don't get sick, bro. Like what the fuck?
Strong fucking stomach.
That's
Yeah, basically that's what it is. Yeah, that Lord created it like that, man. It's
what he get.
There's a man like that too.
Very rare.
Uh-huh.
Put on the fucking stuff.
Yeah.
That's what it's the plate is bloody.
Uh-huh.
They got a fork.
That way,
Shit ain't even cooked.
yeah.
Wow. Yeah,
That's why
right.
when we go places and they ask us, do you want it rare? Bitch, do I look like I eat rare shit?
But again, no,
How do you want your meat?
no, it's one though, but again though, Jake's be adopting that medium rare shit from what we eat.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, they be like medium. I'm like, we can get that from, man, you got it from eating.
I see red in my meat.
Yeah, because they say juicy. Yeah, juicy.
Yeah, we have a law on that. Well, we have a law on that.
Yeah.
The law says there should be, you're not supposed to consume the blood.
Yeah, that's right.
Now you're supposed to be consuming the fat.
Yeah.
That's right.
If you want to get technical, we all be transgressors. It should be hella fat on mistakes. You still be,
You fucking it up.
Yeah, no, right.
you breaking the law.
Sure, that fat.
Because you ain't supposed to be eating the fat.
That's right.
And we all be eating the fat on that chicken. Not too long ago, I had a steak. Yeah,
Hamburgers.
that should be having fat.
I don't need shit.
When you get meat, when you see certain meats and they be like 90% lean, that's different. But that regular beef shit, that shit be a lot
That
of
shit,
fat.
that shit like 30% fat.
You ain't supposed to be eating that shit, but we eat it. Oh, you Jake, I'm long.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
We err not knowing the scriptures. Right?
Yeah, that's what it's good for.
Again, that's why I gotta get judged, man. Like you said, that's my way. They don't have to come y'all by shimmy out shot, man.
If we were under the first covenant, we all be through. You fucking through.
We belong to the nation.
Yeah.
You roll it down.
That's what way y'all shot was important, man. That's what we're about to come by shimmy out shot.
And that's what we be mercy, because the Lord understands we can't be all the lean, the shit that be 90% lean, grass, that shit expensive. You know? Really, you supposed to have land and get fresh cattle. You send your servant out, they take the cattle, they prepare the meat on that. You supposed to get fresh meat, then you get meat fresh on the spot. You ain't shit in the store. None of us has had fresh meat.
Nope.
Straight from the cow that ain't been defiled, been grew and been raised up on natural grass, the cud,
Right.
and they go straight to your plate. That's it. You really know what that tastes.
They ever seen like fresh meat before, cut open, still moving around?
Yeah.
I've seen that before. They're like, that's the freshest meat.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. Must have still moving.
Yep, that's the freshest meat.
A lot of animals are like that.
You know, you really don't even know what the fuck you're eating. You know, you can get a steak straight from the fucking meat market. You know, straight off the bone. Where you don't know what the motherfuckers getting before they steak to the meat market. You know?
This is like Cheetos AI day. Where they take the ingredients they put in this shit. The way these make now, somebody did AI about what they put in. They said they put a lot of chemicals.
Yeah, there's chemicals in everything.
Most of them chemicals. That's crazy.
But as far as-
Oxytoxins and all that shit like that.
Yeah, man, it's
That
fucking
misses you.
Yeah.
40 red, yellow, red. That's it. Damn. Man.
red, yellow, green.
Yeah.
What the fuck did this come from?
Yeah. The eye. I didn't know.
You got bad microorganisms that are so small that you'll need a fucking telescope to see them. You know, even if you wash like your vegetables and fruits, you won't even get them all off. You gotta have like, they got certain things you use to wash it shit off.
But now on most of it, they put the pesticides in, and the seed itself, so now the pesticide grows in the vegetable.
Damn.
Just as fuck.
Just as full.
Damn.
Because it's growing in. It's just a corrupt seed.
So just imagine, you know what I'm saying, better as kids, just eating that shit daily. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about Dr. Prison, you know, same kid, right? You know what I'm saying? Like you said, he was killing, you listen to that death rap. Mind you, like, so you're taking medication too. Yo, that's crazy, man. He was taking a lot of medication, man, like Ritalins and all that shit. That shit didn't even work. On top of that, he was drinking tons of Sprites, Coke, Pepsi, drinking all that shit. So, like you said, think what does that get? Like you said, it gets in the mind, health, man. That's, like you said, the strain deep. What does it know?
Red dye, Kool-Aid. Man, bro, I was a Kool-Aid demon, bro. I'm not even joking, bro. Every day I get the jug.
That's my absolute routine. That was my routine.
Bro, I was a Kool-Aid demon, bro. I would finish the cup, open it. When I finished the cup, I'm picking it up. It was Kool-Aid in the sheet. So when you run out, you ain't got a whole other bag.
Yeah, like, all you need is water.
You ain't even gotta ask me. Once you learn how to make it,
Yeah, you good. You ain't gotta ask him.
I'm thirsty. I'm making more.
Yeah. Whole bag of sugar gone.
Soon as when you make it, you already poured enough drinking it, you pour another drink, you walk out the kitchen and shit.
I don't know what the long-term effects was. I don't know what that did to me. That's straight poison. That's straight death in a fucking cap.
We used to clean engine parts with Kool-Aid.
That's crazy. What?
Ships, yes. We used to clean engine parts with Kool-Aid. Just get them like Kool-Aid, 5-gallon bucket, and drop the engine part
Wow.
Come back a few hours later, you pick it up, wipe it off, and it's shiny as shit.
Then we used to use tap water.
Yeah.
Oh,
Full
man.
jug of tap water. This is how I grew up, bro. Every day. Full jug of tap water,
Yeah.
packet, sugar,
Yeah.
fake white
Yeah,
sugar.
yeah.
Hey, so what the fuck is shit is, bro? You killing the fuck out of
Man.
me, man.
Heavy sugar shit.
No, this ain't sweet.
Domino sugar. Domino sugar. It's a domino sugar.
You're not even supposed to eat sugar. 'Cause your body can use the sugar naturally.
Like you said, yeah, like you said, that's not real
There's
sugar.
natural sweeteners that the Lord put on the earth. You know, you got your honey, you got your natural sugars like agave. You have a natural sugar. That sugar should actually experiment. You know, that attaches to your cells and create cancer.
Man.
You know? But once again, that's something we all consume. That damn everything that you see, you got sugar in it.
Like you said, sometimes, you know what I mean, you get the urge and you be like, damn, man, I want some Sprite, you know what I'm saying? I want some, I thought, it be like that, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, like you said, because like I said,
You grew up with white demon.
like you said, man, because you grew up, it's like so long, sometimes it's hard to fight, man.
You saw him flashbacks, like
Yeah.
Arizona drink.
Yeah,
I used to
yeah.
drink them shit.
Uh-huh.
99 cents.
Yeah.
That's you too.
Drink like 3 of them a day.
You thought you had it made
Uh-huh.
after school.
But then one person, I remember they said what? They put pee in it. And then I'll never forget that too because everything is 99 cents. Because no, I'm for like saying because it was so funny because now I was on YouTube, you know, on the video. It said that I forgot what it was exactly. It said what's the secret ingredient, and then this guy said it said you don't want to know. It's just how the way he said it.
You know what's crazy? It sounds outlandish, but I wouldn't even put it past it.
Yeah, man, that's
You know what I'm saying? I hear a lot of stuff. I'm not saying it's true, but that's what I heard. I was like, nah, because like you said, it's 99 cents for a
99
reason.
cents for this shit.
Yeah.
That is suspect as hell. It's a hella suspect, bro.
It is 99 cents for like you said, that's
Because
big.
you gotta think, natural juices, they gonna charge you at least $5 for something. They need 99
It's
cents.
still 99 cents to this day.
The thing about like I said, Gatorade and everything else is expensive.
That shit
So
ain't
It's
much
like
money.
$2. It's like $2.
That shit ain't even affected by inflation.
Right now, we still gotta push this out.
Yeah, facts.
The can costs more than the juice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Gatorade, like I said, even carbonated soda, Coca-Cola, you know, costs more than Arizona. So you know, some brisk, you know what I mean? That nasty ass shit.
I used to
You know
put
what
them
I'm saying?
shits up.
Yeah. Nasty.
Annihilators and shit.
See, if your pee is not, like, you don't have, like, real dark pee,
Yeah, facts.
your pee is gonna just water coming out and flushing out the dark. You can't get away by putting piss in the fucking water.
Yeah.
It's for
Yeah, or it's beautiful, too. Like you said, the pee represents, you know what I mean, your health. It's white, that's good. You know, if it's dark yellow and it's bubbly, you need to check yourself.
Anything that's 70% of yourself.
You know what I'm saying? Even, you know what I mean, when you defecate sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, it's dope in the fucking phone.
Yeah.
So, bro, it might be pissing your fucking pants. He said the Lord said we should be dope.
And y'all money either. Like you said, they put it, bro, like you said. Human meat, man. Like I said, we don't know what's in human meat, especially this guy's food, man.
We don't know what the fuck is being, bro.
Man, I don't care what bro said, man. McDonald's is a straight no-go. I don't care.
I think that's human meat.
Yeah.
I used to work, that was my first job.
Yo, I'm so
I think that's human meat.
fucking in McDonald's, you out the camp.
Facts, nah, I ain't know.
If I see a bro in at the drive-thru, you out the camp.
I'm like this.
I'm taking a picture and sending that shit. You would have drew all the
Big Mac.
Nah, bro, I'm just coming for a coffee.
Come on, bro. Anything else like McDonald's?
Said I was coming for coffee. When I was at work,
Burger King.
they trying to give us fucking McDonald's. They was like, yeah, they brought us breakfast. I go there and fucking McDonald's. I want this shit.
regular double cheeseburger.
Right.
Big ribs, bro. Bro, you shouldn't even look food, bro.
That's
Bread
not
is
even-
fake.
that's
The
not
bread
even
is fucking
ribs.
fake.
That's
The meat
evil,
is
bro. That's
fucking
gotta be-
fake.
that's gotta be-
Everything that shit, the fries are fucking, I used to work there, bro, that shit is fucking fake. The patties, they start off as a block, a large block. You put them, you break them up, you put them on the grill, they shrivel up to those patties. What the fuck is that, bro?
And then
They literally, you watch them shrivel up from big blocks.
And they put them in a little sliding machine. What the fuck is that shit?
You know what makes it real nasty? You look at the microscope,
Should be
you
popping
look
out.
at
What
real
the fuck
close.
is they doing?
You know, real slow.
I know
She's sticking them shits in a
Nasty.
fork. George
Tell you, look at the microscope and shit.
For real. Because McDonald's really not known for like their food. They're big on real estate. That was the whole market thing for real estate.
You're basically
Because I
calling the
remember
market.
they was talking about it. It's like, was that Burger King guy or whatever his name was? It's like, Ronald McDonald, this and that, and the third. And they pretty much said, it's like, why would I listen to a guy start a business that flip burgers all his life? And it was just like, you don't even know to have them. When you look at every expressway or every exit, there's a damn McDonald's right there. So it's letting you know it's a real estate company. It's not necessarily, you know what I'm saying, about the food.
It has nothing to do with food. The ice cream is not real ice cream.
How are you able to supply all these damn McDonald's if the food is so good of quality? That shit is inhumane as hell.
That's right.
And they always in supply.
For real.
Like you said, you
They
ain't
never run out of food.
Trucks used to come more
Never,
every
ever.
morning.
Yeah.
We take shit off the truck. You know, in the natural process of getting shit off the farm or to the process of getting it to ship, that takes time, man.
They don't even run out of ice.
Technically, you're not even supposed to have technical fast food is not supposed to be because when you cook, it's not cooking is not a fast process.
It's not. That's actually a luxury, you know? Just like, I'm sorry to cut you off. Just like that movie, what's that name? You know, that McDonald's movie. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
I've got his name. You know what I'm saying?
Quarter pound,
Yeah, yeah,
whatever.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that was revolutionary. Fast food, just like that. So yeah, 5 minutes.
Oversized,
Yeah,
beef and shit, what's the name
No,
of it?
no,
That's the
no.
documentary. You're talking about the actual movie. What's the
I forgot. They got who played Batman.
He got scandal out of the operation of how to make fast food.
Yeah. You know, that's crazy. But like you said, that's actually a luxury. That's supposed to be a luxury. You know, but like you said before, it's different.
Yeah, now they can charge you to go out to eat to one of these nice restaurants where they sell steak or something. Now you spending $100 for a steak.
The small time.
No, it's fresh. It's gonna taste good. It's fresh. It's gonna come to your table steaming. You smoke off of it. It ain't as fresh as it's supposed to be, but it's as fresh as you gonna get on this side. But that's even that's a rip off.
Bro,
See, you paying $100 for a slab of steak.
32-ounce steak.
I went to this spot.
You know, the one.
I went to the spot yesterday called Raising Cane's. It's a, you know, it's a chicken spot. And I tried that shit. No. But the only reason why I tried it was because of, you know, a lot of people was like, you know, it's a good spot, you know. It's a fast food joint. It's called Raising Cane.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I tried it, and I'm like, nah, I'm not doing this shit. But even Five Guys, even they shit,
Oh, that shit.
Don't
That shit's
taste
so
like
mid. It's mid, man. They charge you utmost price for a mid burger.
they do, but it ain't even the same.
Yeah, it don't hit. I had $5 on the logo, and I'm like, it don't taste the same. You better, I'm gonna leave my own burger.
Exactly.
Put my own shit on the kids, do whatever I want to put it.
Exactly. Go right to the meat market and have them motherfuckers. You wash the motherfuckers, take the steak and drop it in there and grind it. You know, because if you go to a meat market and you know the ground beef is already chopped, you don't know what beans they put in that shit. You know? They ain't gonna let it all go to waste.
What we did, too, like I was saying, the turkeys, you gotta hold it, you gotta, the turkey breast, without the bone, cook it, slice it right, package it, and seal it.
Yeah, you know, I showed you, you know, had the you know, whatever. You know, that's beautiful, but doing that, we gotta get the fuck out of this.
Yeah, cooking is supposed to be like an experience. Like, you cook is literally like it's something it's beneficial to actually cook. You know, that's when Jacob was starting his school. That was actually like, you know, Esau was out hunting. That's what he liked to do. Jacob was chilling. You know, he wasn't in a rush to eat. And this shit right, season it right, all right. It was Esau who couldn't fucking wait. He wanted to eat it then and now. You know. Who hold it?
All right, somebody get Titus. First thing you got to go to get Titus 3. Because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? All of us supposed to have wise men. I mean, that should be already You know, as soon as we get done doing this work, you know what I'm saying, we should already have food already prepared for us, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Every
We doing
fucking day.
this.
I tell anyone what I do with, I tell her off real. And when I ask you, can you cook? You know, and then I'm gonna tell you, I want you to cook. Bitch say no, I'm cooking the fuck off. If you can't cook me a meal, why the fuck am I with you? I don't want to eat all the fucking time. I want to sit and chill with you. I want you to cook, and I want to sit and chill. I'll buy a drink. You know what I'm saying? But your ass will be in the kitchen cooking.
There ain't no fucking spaghetti.
I was
you know, that's the first
I was
thing you gotta
like,
do.
Eating that.
Spaghetti. That's the first thing she'll cook, spaghetti. Yeah, you gotta watch out for that one.
Yeah, pasta. Pasta.
Yeah, pasta.
We're not
Then
cooking no fucking pasta.
you know, maybe behind the back, she put some
I
real
want
shit.
some real shit. Home cooked.
You better make some oxtails, some jerk chicken.
Alfredo chicken, goddamn.
Well,
Alfredo
when you look at meals, like even Koreans do their meals right. They'll have different plates. You gotta have it. They have their rice, they have their meat, their protein, they have their vegetables. You're supposed to have all that in a dinner. Not just pasta. There you go. I had a chick, I think I sent her a check. Bitch gave me a charcuterie board. She was in the kitchen cooking, but she gave me a charcuterie board once I was eating cheese.
She on to something.
I sent in the chat, man. Yeah. I'm eating up shit. That's how it's supposed to be. I'm gonna snap on the charcuterie board while you fucking going down. I had to let her know that she was fucking rich.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? We don't listen to fucking, you know, that type of shit.
Should have converted her out.
Like, let's pussy there. I'm in my own charcuterie.
She was trying to convert his ass. That's what
You can't feel safe going to sleep, brother. Hell no, you can't feel safe eating food. After I found out she was a witch, I couldn't even feel safe eating food, bro. No.
They be like, no, I'm a good witch. I'm a good witch.
That's what she told me. She said,
Who ain't the best? I said, what's the difference? All you witches.
who got that Titus
This Titus 2, and I started at 3. It says the aged woman likewise. I started. You want the whole thing?
Yeah, both.
God, this Titus 2 and 1. It says,
Yeah, to about this.
it says Titus 2 and 1. It says, "But speak thou the things which become of sound doctrine." You know, and that's ultimately the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding we have. You know, these kind of conversations right now, it banners under the lines of these sound doctrines. You know what I'm saying? Knowing how to take care of your vessel. You know, knowing the thought process and how to react to certain situations. It's all a part of the sound doctrine. But it says that the aged man be sober. It says grave, temperate, sound in faith, and charity, and patience.
Sound in faith, and patience, man. You know, that's what we gotta be, man. We gotta move on.
Titus 2 and 2 again, it says that the aged man be sober, grave, temperate, sound.
Yeah, temperate is what I was talking about earlier. The elders have a patience. Rushing at it, see things. They know it's what happened to you. They come with age. Like even now, like you was in the truth. For a little while, you start to realize it's more of a journey than just trying to rush the Lord, man. It's more of a process. What Joel in these say, trust the process. You know, that nigga, fucking bust. You start to realize you gotta learn things while you're here. You gotta grow while you're here. You know, it's a journey. You gotta live the journey. You know, you shouldn't just be rushing for the Lord. You're a Hebrew Israelite. Live your life as a Hebrew Israelite. The Lord come back when the Lord come back. You know, it's gonna happen when it happens. You should just be living as a Hebrew Israelite. You know, everything else will take care of itself. Just live as a Hebrew Israelite.
Yeah, we still got things to learn, man.
I'm gonna need this. I need more.
Right, can't start getting kingdom.
You're not learning anything. You're not living as a Hebrew Israelite. You gotta live. You gotta live amongst the heathen. Yes, we done it. Read the scriptures. We lived amongst the heathen. They literally was dwelling near us. The land of Edom was near us. The land of Moab was north of us. You know, we had interactions with them. We had trade deals with them. You know, you gotta learn and grow. And that comes with time. Because when you first come in, it's like, I just want to take them. it's much more than that.
They started learning uses after a while, things that you can learn from them. You know what I'm saying?
There's purposes to everything. God created everything for a reason.
If you don't exercise that temperance, you'll ultimately, once you come into knowing your Hebrew Israelite, you'll become a quote unquote bored or disenchanted with the truth. So now you'll make it into a money scheme. You know
Beautiful point, because all you was in it was just
for the king.
Russian for the Lord. You wasn't in it because you truly wanted to know that your heritage now. You know, you'd be disappointed because now the Lord ain't coming back quick enough. You just living and growing and being back into your heritage. You got plenty to do.
For real.
You got plenty to learn, and applying it to your daily life.
If I may say this, a lot of reasons why you know, me speaking as a man, I think a lot of people have a problem with, you know, trying to rush things along. Is because they're fighting shit that they probably can't do. You know what I'm saying? Lord, I come back quick. You know, shit. I want that pork sandwich. Lord, I come back quick. You know.
That's a beautiful point. That's a beautiful, like you got sins you deal with. You know you dealing with it. That's a beautiful point.
You don't want to correct it. Like you don't take the time out to correct it.
But with that, like the brother just said, that's the battle. You read that, that's the condition of the battle. The Lord put us here to overcome the world. You gotta go through this. It ain't no,
Hurry up, come back. I woke up. So hurry up, come back. No, bro.
you gotta live and overcome this world. And when you see what the Lord and His plan is, you start to see glimpses of it. Yeah, it's beautiful. Because He really shaping us into that. Like, He really shaping us, and then you just chill and coast. So you put it on
Cruise control.
Cruise control. Yeah. Put it on autopilot, cruise control. You got to close it through.
Yeah, you got to sometimes.
Oh, I got rebuked. Good. I need that. You start learning that all this stuff is just part of it. I went off there, let me apologize to his brother. This is lost. The bumps and bruises, you start taking it and you get growing. You're like, yeah, I like get better. But when you just wanted the Lord to come back and rebuke, fuck it, now the things that come at you, you don't like it because you wasn't in it for being an actual Hebrew Israelite, being an actual servant of the Lord. You just want, I want to king.
Let's be open up, talking about the aspects, you know. It didn't feel pleasant at the moment. But after you know what I'm saying, you grow into it, you realize that this all these aspects is being right.
Yeah, it's crazy too because once you learn, because also, you know what I'm saying, we also got to learn too that sometimes, you know what I'm saying, when we are not, you know, most of us say sometimes, you know, we, like you said before, you know, so the scripture says we don't know where the mill's gonna come from our paycheck. Sometimes we just got, like you said, sometimes we just gotta coast on faith, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you know what I mean, we try to, you know what I mean, we always try to think, man, what's the best way I can go around this, or, you know, what methods can I use, or, you know what I mean, what type of, you know, learning and stuff like that, you know.
Sometimes you just gotta sit there.
You just gotta sit there, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, you know, push still make room because we men, you know what I'm saying? We do that. We have doubts. And like you said, we all doubt, but I think the point is that don't give up, you know what I'm saying? And don't press out the world for sake of good, you know what I'm saying?
Be patient with our brothers with Lord sake. You know, yeah, we want to get to the top of the mountain, you know, but the climb is the beautiful part. You know, to get through it and overcome it. You know what I'm saying? Once you make it, that's it. But the actual experiences you had on the way up, you know, Esau does a lot of that wild shit for the thrill of it.
Yeah,
He don't really care about it.
adrenaline.
He want that spirit.
Mount Everest, bro, no matter how much time people die in Jake Esau's still gonna go up there.
But it's just the thrill of
Yeah, like you said,
knowing I went through that process to reach that goal.
Yeah, that's Esau don't care.
You can't put a price on what we doing. Bro, we got hella memories, we got hella experiences, shit we have been through. Like when you look just now, like if you look at the shit we've been through, we can block it really compile us for a book. I can write a book.
Yeah, facts. Biography.
Yeah, the Lord like I can compile a book, bro. But that's what's beautiful when you think about it. Like, damn, now you understand how these men were able to do this though, because the Lord had them. Yeah, Jeremiah getting laid down the wall. All that stuff. You learn these things and it's building you to being the scribes that you need to do. You know? For instance, in training. You gotta grow to love the journey, man. Yeah, it's gonna be stressful. gonna have your ups and downs. You're gonna get tired of looking at these people in a low state. But when you realize what it's all for, you really don't let that shit bother you that much. Just deal with people for what they are. You don't try to get on your parents and you ain't supposed to just let them be what they want.
Yeah.
Deal with them the same way you dealt with them when you did know the truth. One of your little clock can't move throughout the world. This coast, man. A host. It ain't for them. This is a gift. That's not given to everybody. So don't,
Try to please them
completely
with them.
throw them under the bus when they wasn't given the gift. That's not fair to them. Just deal with them as such.
Like I said, sometimes, man, you gotta do it now.
Wicked. You wicked.
Eh?
That's bad, That's why Yahweh Shah said they know not what they do.
Facts.
They don't know what they do.
Yeah, he got his last. He said that. They still got to get judged, but he got his last. They know not what they do. On their behalf.
Yeah.
So a lot of Jake be getting high minded, man. You bet it. And you ain't even halfway where you need to be. On this truth, man.
It goes on to say back in Titus 2 and 3, it says, the aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becoming holiness. It says, not false accusers, not given to much wine. It says, teachers of good things.
These bitches drink.
Bro. And smoke.
Bro. They can drink they ass on.
That's crazy.
I'm talking from sun up to sun. Bro.
Go to the club. That's what I can tell you. Go to the club.
And they love it. They want to get loose. They want to do it, bro. Yo, I had I was with a chick once, and we went to a bar early. I think she had to work. We had a drink.
She's just calling out.
You gonna have to carry me home.
What you say, brother? That's why you gotta leave them young girls alone, man.
Bro,
You get on some
bro, that's how they are.
Because when they do that, they absent mind, so that the accountability and all the things that they do is more upbringing. They drink that sorrow with it. And trust me, women know when the fuck they going on. You know what I mean? The Lord deprived them of wisdom, but they know what they doing.
What's that song? Girls just want to have fun.
Yeah, that's all it is.
It don't matter what it is. They just want to have fun.
Like you said, they're willing to call out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You can have their kids. You know what I'm saying? Just like, put a business up
Yeah,
there.
their kids the mother.
You know what I'm saying? With my demons, not knowing that, shit, you know what I'm saying? Put a business out there, but not doing what she's supposed to do, but going on the trip. And in my mind, I'm like, why would you do that? Not knowing your situation, I'm like, that's smart. Like you said, women, man, it's part of wisdom, bro. Some just don't care. Like, God damn, bro. Three things. Like you said, women just at the moment, man.
It's in the moment. That's why they got so many bodies, man. They don't just fuck anybody in the moment.
Anything.
It depends on how they
Broke, anything.
Yeah, they could be broke. They could be a deadbeat. Could be a horrible person. They don't, and then you catch them at the right moment, right time. I'm giving it up. Easy. Free. In the movie theater, in the car, at work, in the middle break room. I've seen it. Yeah. I'm in the, I go to the break room. I said, what the fuck is that sound? They don't give a fuck.
Social media shows that nowadays. You see the shit everywhere you go. Getting down at work, getting anywhere.
It's bad,
everywhere.
bro.
Yeah.
Everybody making porn tapes.
You know.
It's bad, bro. It's fucking.
Yeah.
Like I said, it don't affect them now. Like I said, it's gonna affect them in the long run.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Like I said, it may not happen like you said. That's what it goes with Ecclesiastes 7. You know what I'm saying? Though prolonged.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
You had that bitch Summer Walker, and she just came out and said,
Yeah, I seen
I
that.
want to be your side.
Yeah.
I don't want to be your man.
Oh, damn.
Let me be your side. And this is the shit they perpetuate to these young chicks and women in the comments. Yeah, I ain't even mad at you. Get your bag.
So good.
Yeah, see?
But that's what Aisha Carey, she get well taken care of by Steph Carey, but I just want to be seen, man. Don't give me attention. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's getting attention. Y'all heard the bullshit that came out now? 6ix9ine talking about he dealt with it. You know? Yeah.
See what I said? He
He said he dealt with it. He put him on a lie detector test and all that. Shit getting weird. But it just
But then we accept that too, you know what I'm saying? Accept, you know what I'm saying? Because what, you're not checking her, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
That's another problem. But none of that digress, but
But you supposed to.
He might get another ring. It could be the issue.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said. Shit get weird.
Cause you know his little sign, he got the little.
Damn.
Yeah, but she rebuked Aisha. She like, how dare you? She in the what they call it, New York. What they call it?
The view.
No, where they live at, like the park at Brownstone. Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, park. She out there. She's like, Aisha, you got some goddamn nerve. Someone should kill to be in that. Like, we get up working.
Oh, yeah.
I will have his meals prepped daily.
Yeah.
Oh,
If I could live
some of the
that way.
Bronx?
Yeah, she was like, we out here doing what these broke niggas that's cheating on us, and they ain't got shit. You mad? You ain't satisfied? That's true.
See, that's the culture of these men. These women have always been taught enough is not enough. You can always obtain more. Get a degree. You know? And you know, it's all a psychological fuck up.
And then you know what's crazy now? They just, you know, I'm sure you heard about it just now. They just said that the nurse and is not a professional career.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They fucking
Damn. I said, wow.
nurses was like, I got
That's
a
bad.
bachelor's degree in nursing. I'm an RN.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
really not a technical degree, but you know,
You take samples of blood, you know, you don't do
You know, take
anything.
care of patients.
Yeah, that's all you do is take care of it.
But it is money, though, good money, though. But like you said, it's good. It's a lot of
A
stress.
bitch in her right mind, though, she don't want a job. She don't take pride in that. She don't want to work.
Facts.
A bitch that got a sickness, she wants to work.
Yep. Yep.
But that caused what? Adultery. Like you said before, you know what I'm saying? We work a lot. You know, we fly all the time, like you say, you know what I'm saying? Any woman that's a nurse and she travels, it's a red flag.
Women love attention, bro. We don't. Every woman's the same. Every woman, they love attention from men. However they can get
Yeah,
it,
facts,
however they
facts,
can
facts.
get
Oh,
it.
yeah,
They don't even have to like
they're
the
the rich guys.
They just want
First
attention
class.
from men, so they can be seen and know that they feel pretty. You know? They just that's how they all wired.
Yeah.
you ignore them.
It's their currency.
Oh, they love
Attention
that.
is their currency.
Yeah.
When you ignore them,
Being treated.
they're not a fucking act. But
That's why women don't have friends.
Facts.
When they go out, they compete for men's attention. They go out and then the pretty one get approached.
Uh-huh. Facts.
Can't go.
Facts. Nah, facts. Women hate women. Women hate women. You know, women hate women.
The ugly one, cock blocking.
Yeah, facts. Facts.
No, we're good. We're good. It's like, no, we're good. We're good. She's fine.
Yeah,
I
right.
didn't even talk to her.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? The good one is cock blocking the ugly. What? I don't want you. Go.
That's why you gotta have what? That's why you gotta have what? The ball guy. The home boy. You gotta take one for the team, as they say.
I
Gotta take one for the
I ain't that
team.
good.
Yeah.
I just gotta be accepted. I ain't that good.
Why you
You gotta
talking
be
to
the ball guy
her?
for your home boy. You gotta take one for the team.
Why you talking to her? She ain't got on no fucking makeup. She ain't wearing a weed. She's a designated driver. She just came to pick you up. It doesn't have to. She was the best out of all y'all right now.
Bro, think about how many natural pros you see on the field.
I mean,
You don't see it. They ashamed of their natural hair.
I've seen some.
It's few and between.
Yeah.
It's very few and between. They ashamed of their natural beard.
Not knowing that that's the most beautiful thing that a man looks upon her with. You know, her hair.
Fucking hair.
Okay, you find a woman who has a natural hair, she can be ugly as fuck, but she got her natural hair, that says a lot. That says a lot.
And we mean you take care of it. You don't need it.
Yeah, right. Dandruff flakes. You come in, she get dandruff flakes. No.
Shit,
Clean
flow,
scalp.
moisturize. Oil.
Shiny. You put your shit in style and then stay there for a little while.
Take care of your shit.
But yeah.
Then you'll tell them, I want you to wear your natural hair. I'm doing this for me. I ain't doing
That's what you know about it.
That's what he
Bitch, if you with me, you should be doing everything for me. That don't even make sense. You with a man, but you're not doing the shit for him.
I'm waiting God has I'm waiting to speak.
I ain't cooking for you.
I'm cooking for me.
I've seen videos of women like that. Here it is, you got a man paying for everything in the fucking house and he can't even come home after a 12-hour shift and get a meal. A meal.
Man, oh, it was a video. Did you see the video the chick told? He recorded. He said, "I'm gonna make you go viral." He was sitting down chilling.
She said, oh, just because you get off from work, I mean, you get to sit down.
Oh, yeah.
It's things that need to be done.
Yeah.
Cause she was
Gotta keep that.
like, "No, see what I
Yep.
did."
Yep.
And she was like, "No, you know what you see what you did? What, kid number one, kid number two, and I'm in the third one." She's so great. You know, he trapped. He trapped. Then he worked until get up. At night, he was going to bed. That's his mom. At night. Hell no, bro. Hell, that's crazy.
That's why they said I'm getting married.
Y'all seen something similar like that? It was some type of show, something like a black woman, she a judge. She pretty much judged like certain cases or whatever. Pretty much the cases she was going over was it was like a suing. Pretty much the guy who took over this family, mind you, he started dating this woman that had multiple kids. He paid for all the bills. He like literally taking care of everything. And these not even his kids. He come home from a hard day at work and shit, and he going to get a plate. His little teenage daughter, she got a problem with it. Started being a baby, just talk crazy. Why the hell he can get a plate first? This is his house that he paying. You feel what I'm saying? You wanna argue with him about it, and then he telling the mom like, "Hey man, you need to get your daughters." And then now they arguing about the shit. So then they try to make him out as a bad guy, saying that he's abusive, like verbally and everything like that. I'm like, this shit is crazy. So the judge, she actually seen that they was wrong, and then when they came to find out that they was all lying, trying to conspire against him, they threw the fucking case with it.
Yo, I didn't see that one. I seen a video similar to that, where the man came home and the children had a problem with moms giving him the big steak. Moms was like, no, that's my man. He gets first.
See, but that's what happens when the father of the man in the house is not respected, because he's not allowed. He's castrated. He's not allowed to put his. If they actually reared him, they would put that on his plate.
Right, exactly.
The woman wouldn't even have to do it. The kids would get put it on the plate.
Shit, even with lions, when they go and hunt, when the women go hunt, they bring the food to the kids.
No, the kids are supposed
They
to
don't
set the
eat.
table.
They don't even eat. He
You
get
supposed,
first eat.
yeah, your daughters are supposed to be setting the table. That's how you teach them to be wives. They set the table for their father. They wash the dishes. They take it. Like, how else are they gonna learn? That's why these women today are not wifey to, because they weren't brought up that way.
Yeah, that's why. That's when we met the Titus.
I was watching this one chick. I watched her video. Her name is River TV. She's a traditional woman. She's around my age, but yeah, she went. I was raised with your wife. My mom, men or our uncles would come around and we make sure they have cup holders and set the drinks down, in the kitchen, like the bedroom stuff. Bring out the food. That's how it's supposed to be.
Don't get mad when the Moab walk up to you and say, I'm rice. You chicken. Turkey.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't get mad when that shit happens. Because it's happening. You know? Even Edomites are walking up and saying, I don't want to know. You know?
I actually, so like I said, curses are more upon enemies, but now what Esau's feeling. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Esau, the hardest money, but still getting divorced.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
what that man was saying.
Yeah, like I said, even the billionaires. You know what I'm saying? Bill Gates, man. Bill Gates. Bill Helps, whatever you fucking call it.
Yeah, right. You don't even hear about women.
You know?
You don't hear about her no more. At all.
Nope.
You know? But a lot of these women have been duped into thinking that everything's in their favor. You know, what DT and, these other officials are doing is just ripping it the fuck away from them. You know?
Like, yeah. There's nothing worse than being in the military, man. That's why I like the movie Jarhead, man. That's my favorite military movie. To show you how it really is, man.
Jarhead.
My favorite military movie, because that's reality, bro. That's what they said. That's what they said.
You see the movie Brother?
Yeah.
The dude who played Spider-Man?
Yeah, Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
He came home. He literally did all of that to come home and thinking that his brother was screwing his wife because they thought he was dead. So you don't know how much I fucking. That nigga cried.
Yeah. I mean, I can't blame him, man. I mean, that's traumatizing, man. I'm saying,
Home daughter talk about I wish you were dead and mommy and Uncle Tommy sit together every night. I would have been, I would have lost it right there. I'd kill my dog.
I get it. You know what's crazy, right? You know what's crazy? He even told him, have you been sleeping with my wife?
He said, he asked her. He laughed at her. He's like, bro, like, it's okay. You thought I was dead the whole time. This shit ain't okay. But it's also crazy in the because it's in the law. Pretty much, if a woman, you know, she didn't bear seed, then she was promised to the brother. That happened with bear a son or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that happened with Judah.
Yeah.
You know, because the sons were the case. With the first one, he was pulled out. He pulled out.
Yeah.
Put it on the floor. The Lord killed him. The second one, I forget.
Mama. Yeah.
It's a lot.
You good? No, you good. That's great. Yeah, you can go ahead. It's good.
Going back, it says Titus 2:4. It says that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands. It says to love their children.
Bro, they don't even know.
Damn.
Yeah, they don't even know. They can't teach. They don't know because they wasn't brought up.
That's,
And they actually teach the opposite.
Yeah.
Don't you ever be subservient to no man.
Don't let no man talk to you like that.
Because they bitter. They've been divorced and they, ran through. They tried to rule over a man and it backfired.
Yeah.
And the man left him, so now they say, man, you try to rule over that man.
Exactly.
It don't work that way. Every woman that's divorced has tried to rule. My mom was divorced because she tried to rule over her husband. I saw it.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
The fuck? And then, but then they try to make the man the demon.
Yeah, what's his name? Charleston White. He made a good statement. Even though that nigga be bugging out, he made a good point. He was pretty much saying, you talk to any woman that had one husband her whole life, ask them how they feel about their man and so on and so forth. But you asking a woman who done went through 5, 6 different men, what's her opinion on men? Of course she gonna say that. She ain't never had one good relationship. All her relationships and marriages have been failed. Ask a woman who ain't have no marriage that ain't been failed. I'm talking 30, 40 plus years being married. She ain't gonna have nothing negative to say about her husband.
He ripped that. Her whole attitude changed after that. Because now,
And y'all the ones choosing the men. So whose problem is it? You can't put it on the man and say, oh, I done been with 5 different men. All men ain't shit. Well, these the men that you choose.
It's coming out.
but a lot of these women don't know how to be women.
Yeah.
They don't. Yeah, they don't know how to be women. And if you don't know how to be a woman, you damn sure don't know how to be a wife. You know what I'm saying? Because the first step in that is, to humble yourself. And a lot of these women are so prideful that when you use the word humble as a verb that they should do, bro, they be wanting to go for fucking blows.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you this, right? I was out one time, right? With a chick, man. And I told her, look, come on, we out. The fucking waiter bitch, she didn't look like it. She talk to you like that? Bitch, what the fuck? Bitch, what you got that bitch?
damn.
But that shows you women are like, they not wired like that. Any chick I do with nose, I'm like, yo, let's go. That's how I am. I don't do that one.
You ready, baby? You ready, baby?
We out of here. Let's go.
Ain't no
They get
disrespect.
up and go. If they don't, I can't do it. Bitch, she like,
Yeah.
She just got cursed.
yeah, don't try to poison nobody else with, bitch. That shit crazy, man. And this the older bitch. She was the old. She's old.
Wow, man.
This ain't no young shit. Bitch, what
Damn,
y'all
that's
at?
young shit.
Yeah, I've never.
Older white lady.
Oh, shit.
Oh, white lady at that.
He just came
Yeah,
out.
Damn.
I'm like, these women fucking wicked, bro.
Yeah.
They want men to be weak.
Yeah.
They don't want you to raise your voice.
Yeah.
They don't want you to be stern.
Yep.
They want you to be service, man. Fuck that shit, man. We long past that.
You
The Lord is watching us. You gotta remember, like, you want the Lord to see that you a bitch. No.
They want you to be a lion with no lion attributes.
Exactly. A dormant lion. He's strong, but only without
When I tell him, yeah.
I control him. He on my lead. Yeah, he's strong,
Yeah.
daily.
Yeah.
Only when I let him.
Right.
That's how they work.
Fact.
The moment you turn on them, it's a problem.
I'm like this because men don't allow me to. They don't allow me to get that soft girl hair out of me. They don't allow me to be feminine. You know what I'm saying? It's like I can't be submissive to a man. I can't. I have to take control because every man I've been with just been.
Yeah,
I'm
that
like,
dumb
you don't
shit.
make sense.
Or they'll say, I was listening to a debate, and the chick told the dude, you need to stop, you need to calm down, because you don't want my masculine energy to come out. I don't have masculine energy. That's an oxymoron. Yeah. Fuck can a woman have masculine energy? Bitch, you don't got testosterone?
Right.
You don't want my masculine energy.
Yeah.
You know, you just want to scream and yell now.
Right.
That's estrogen.
Right.
That has nothing to do with masculinity.
She gonna turn the deep or something bad.
Yeah, everybody said did that shit.
But they'll say that you have to allow me to be feminine. No, it don't work like that. Either you are or you're not.
It depends on if you act right.
That's why Kevin Sanders would say, you want a husband or are you a wife?
Yeah.
I'm a wife. Were you raised to be a wife?
Right.
I was raised to be a wife.
They said that.
What qualities do you have? And they all. You weren't raised to be a wife. You don't know the first thing.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I got a PhD. I got a PhD.
Oh, you a wife? It's like, yeah. You been raised to be a wife? Yes, yeah. Okay. Well, probably what have you learned? You growing up to learn how to be a wife? They freeze? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that is over.
Well, I'm a good person.
Yeah, you got a question.
My personality is just on the table, you know.
Trait one. Trait one to shut up.
Now, silence, right? The silence.
Yeah.
There's a verse
They don't understand how important that is.
That's very important.
That's so peaceful. When you quiet, it's so peaceful.
You know what it is too though? A lot of them really want to be wives. I'm saying, you know what it is though?
Like you ever come home and you just want to be quiet, and you feel so much, because you're dealing with noise and chaos in your head all day. You know what I'm saying? Not today. You come home, you ain't trying to. You just want to.
Oh, yeah.
You want to just. You know what I'm saying? Breathe.
Not today. How come they say that? And what's
Like, bitch, go light a candle, have this shit smelling good. Tell me, man.
Peace.
Oh yeah. You know what it's too though? I like them though. They don't want to take the responsibility of wife, but they like the status of, oh yeah, I'm a wife. You know, they like the status.
They want the perks and benefits of being a wife.
They want the wedding, the lavish wedding,
Yeah,
that's
that's it.
praise.
That's pretty much
So you got this new chick, her name Ray. She got a
Yeah.
song that's
Yeah,
popular
yeah,
now. But where's my husband? I just want to raise. That's how they talk about it. She talking about how she want to raise.
Yeah.
But that's all they just want to feel like
They want to be
this.
seen.
I want a big range. I want a wedding. I want to be in a large garden. I want to buy a
That no cheaper too. You know what I'm saying?
I want a white
50K,
dress
50K.
because I'm holy.
She's telling
They try to use that. I was born again. I saved my life.
These bitches don't even know what the white dress is supposed to represent.
Right.
Period. You bitches ain't pure.
Yeah.
So they want their definition of wife is two completely different things.
It's not out the scripture.
It means, oh, I'm mine, I'm mine, you're mine, I'm yours. No, bitch.
That's why
You're
when
mine.
you bow down to him, you know what I'm saying? That's what you bow down to him, right? You're submitting unto them.
No, you're mine. You become my possession. If you're not valuable enough to be my possession, I'm not going into contract with you. The ancient way would be go to a father, you inquire about his daughter because you think she's attractive, and he will tell you if she's worthy to be a wife or not. Fathers will actually tell you. Because he wouldn't want a bad reputation back his house. So not this daughter, you don't want this daughter.
Yeah, fact.
I got another one for you.
That's better for you.
Gonna sue you. You know, this one's a little bit, she ain't really there yet.
She shot the fuck out. She ain't playing with the full dip. You see, a lot of women think that they chose their men. You know, but the men up there see it different. You have not chosen me, but I have chosen you. You know? And that's going to be the beauty in the time of Jacob. How these women going to get rejected off of the attitudes alone that they have.
What's that video I put in the chat not too long ago when the father was telling the boyfriend, like, look, you want to date my daughter? I'm telling you right now.
He was keeping it real.
They don't respect men. You're gonna receive a lot of verbal lashes.
Yep.
You
Exactly what he
hear
said.
them snickering in the back. They said, I'm serious. Look at me. He basically like ignore what they doing in the background. Look at me.
I'm putting you on game.
And of course he won't pussy, so he probably this is a father. That father look like
No, he was dead ass.
boy.
Trying to help
You sure?
Nah, for real.
He said they do not respect men in this house.
Yep.
Don't come to me when you start.
And that's the right way. That's how they do. You know, so you inquire, be like, well, is your father? Your father said,
Yep.
this how you are?
Yep.
No father's there now.
Yeah, you know, we gotta.
You gotta be a man at that moment.
Thank you, Father, for the good advice.
Exactly. I gotta go.
I'm sorry, I gotta.
Like you got a
I gotta
distant
hit the road.
cousin.
If they giving a father verbal
You know?
smash,
Come on, man.
that's in their face. What the fuck are they gonna do?
Facts.
Damn. You gotta get out of here.
Some dudes just gotta go on the highway, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They gotta become the villain, man. Some dudes that, you know, you just gotta become the villain. That's how you grow.
Scripture say that wicked woman with a wicked man.
And it all comes back to a certain respect. You know, there's no respect with these kids. There's no respect with these women. There's no respect with men. Don't you know if men, take the woman out of the equation. If men just respected other men, and knowing that when you fuck with a woman, you're disrespecting a man, and you know, like a lot of jakes know it, but you know what I'm saying? That's the challenge of it all. I'm gonna see if I can do it. Yeah, but if a lot of men just sat back and
that conquering mentality.
yeah, but if a lot of men just sat back and said, I'm not dealing with you because you're a married woman,
All women getting in check.
They get it checked. Men, that's a beautiful point. Men respecting men and letting men rule their fucking household.
Yeah.
You know, man should be able to look. Child ain't listening to me. All right, take another one.
That's right.
So that's a good enough.
That's right. Gotta go. Gotta get that move right.
Like Brian McKnight, they say Brian McKnight wicked because he didn't like his son.
Yeah.
So he had another son.
Yeah.
And he named his new son Brian McKnight Jr. too.
Yeah.
But he changed it a little bit, and then he changed his name.
Yeah.
He said, "This is my junior, not you."
Yep.
So, and that hurt. And now they've been battling. How can you do this to your son? He showed us. I can make him son with at any moment. I can make him a whole bunch of juniors. You my son. And then they say, you're my son.
Yeah.
You respect your father.
Did we ever bring out the law on that? What? Did we ever bring out the law on
No, but
punishing
let's
the
get it. Yeah, who was holding that? The law on putting the children. The children. Yeah, let's get it. Because there's a law there. Nowadays, you can't even. I was listening to Jake today, and I had to deliver his child support. Damn, man. He started talking to me. He got a nice house. He started telling me he paid like $2 grand or $3 grand a month. Yeah, $3 grand a month for child support. And he was telling me, man, I make $10 grand a month. I went all. They take my. But he got a whole other thing. You just see like men don't have the power. Like even if you are bringing it home, it's getting ate up. It's getting fucking ate up.
and you know what's fucked up
And
about
he
that?
be in the garage every.
Yeah, let's get away.
I think he drinks more than any man I've ever seen. Every day he's in the garage. 10 bottles on the ground, bottle in the hand. The other one's already been drunk. And he's not even drunk.
Yeah.
That mean that man can do it. He can do that. It's the law.
Oh no, you know, I was just gonna say the women are so wicked that even if the man can't afford it, he's making 10 grand a week. So it's obvious to say that, you know, he can take care of the child. These women are so fucking wicked that they won't even allow the child to be in a better fucking position. They would rather go to keep the money.
They're about to take the money. That child should be money.
Probably Section 8, that's important.
Exactly.
By the father. Probably better for you.
Blowing the fucking money he sending them.
Yeah.
The sister knows
He
that
told me
too.
the children are 17.
Yeah.
They didn't.
So
Almost.
he been going. It was a long time.
And the system, it knows that too. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. The system knows that, you know, if we don't go see child, go still move.
Yeah,
Shit, I found out my father was giving child. I never knew. My father was giving child support. You know?
But that's
My
why.
mom was taking it easy forever. Fuck you.
Yeah,
That's why.
exactly.
He was sitting. When you grow up thinking your father ain't doing shit.
Person,
My father was locked up. I thought, oh, he got older, found out he actually was sending money. But your mom ain't gonna tell you that shit. Like, you doing what you think he ain't doing shit. Like, damn, he was actually sending fucking money.
Yeah, this nigga.
You know? So,
Yeah, kind of, and a lot of women gonna have to pay for that.
That's
A lot of women gonna have to pay for the lies that they done.
and they do pay for it. That's why they divorce. Miserable. Like, when I feel around my mom, I took my mom straight. Me and her had I'm straight with both of them. It's your fault. What do you mean it's your fault? Your husband wanted to step out. Let him. Let him come back to you. Well, okay then. Be a single
Yeah.
mad black
That's
woman.
what
Don't keep coming to me. Like, I ain't trying to-
Right.
You gotta be real with them because they'll live in their delusion.
Yeah.
yeah.
They'll live in their delusion and think they're right.
That's a fact.
Like, they'll just go on. And you just, and all their friends agree.
Agreeing. Yep.
All the sisters agree.
Yep.
It has to be a balanced voice and tell them, no, this shit is crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's that
You
saying?
sound like a lunatic.
Yeah.
What's that saying? Misery loves
Yeah,
company.
yeah,
You know?
but 3%. We sitting out with a company.
You would rather be alone and miserable. Just allow a man to be a man.
To help you get through this misery and help you be able to train up your offspring so they won't have that same misery. But women don't think that far.
Like you said, for her, you still being now, like you said, man, she let the simp. Like you said, man, she let her whole family fall apart. And had to say, and it still be a denial, man.
Think about how
That's a
many,
sick
think
thing
about how
about it,
many
man.
women
Struggling
on my
from
road.
home vibes.
There's so many so-called women, black women that are living alone.
That is
They
nice.
so miserable.
Kevin Savage put that.
They so mad at the world.
Yeah.
They so mad at the world. But when you look, you will find out that they ruined their fucking life.
Yeah.
They are the reason why they all alone.
Facts.
They ran the bit like the house. I seen a video with the Champions earlier this week. I think it was a clip from the 50s and 60s. And they were having the discussion. Same conversation.
Yeah, same shit.
Shorty, they were running men out the house. Yeah. You know? So, it's the women that just gonna have to deal with it. That's their job. They all pay for it. They don't even realize that they really because of their fault. The Lord have deprived them of this.
Yeah.
You could live a peaceful life. You just allow men to be men. Allow the man to have full authority in his home. Yes, you do have instances where the nigga is abusing his authority and he might be abusing a woman. But you can't corrupt the majority for the minority. That's not how the world works. You're gonna always have outliers where, you know, people are doing shit they shouldn't do. That doesn't mean you should condemn all men and say no man should have authority in his house because that was selected through that's illegal. It's always gonna be that case. If you fall in that lot, sorry.
You're probably the pedophile. Take it.
I'm sorry, we'll pray for you, but that's your life. You gotta go through it. But the rest of you women have to allow your men to rule their house.
These niggas just want to get marked so bad.
I'd be surprised if you get that. You know that block number?
People can't just go about their fucking day. These are adults, man.
This Deuteronomy 21, starting verse 18. Yeah. But sure, exactly. If you talk like that out in the open, you can only imagine what the fuck he's saying to his kids in the comfort. Say,
Build them up, be the same
this
way.
nigga that. Black
Yeah.
people
He
ain't
just saying that.
shit.
Y'all heard what he said?
Yeah, no, I was saying that.
Prophet was a
pedophile. Yeah. Well, your leader is a you know.
I'm like, yo, pastor.
Donald Trump. Donald Trump. Like,
He's a pedophile.
Donald Trump don't file.
How you know, King? How you know that?
Those your kids?
It's not probably his kid, but he probably, you know what I'm saying? It's probably not his kid. That's probably somebody else's kid. Why he
He
kidnapped?
done named that nigga Teddy.
This is Deuteronomy 21:18. It says, if a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, which will not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother, and then when they have chastised him, will not hearken unto them, then shall his father and
Yeah,
his
you
mother.
already tried to correct me.
Right. He said it multiple times,
I have the liberty to kill your ass. This is righteous killing. Thou, the law that says thou shalt not kill, and the Hebrew is thou shalt not murder.
That's right.
There's righteous killings and unrighteous killings. This one here is a righteous killing.
But
Okay, so
Christianity,
no,
though, yeah, but Christianity, though, they go, oh, that's evil, that's wicked.
They say murder and killing is the same thing. No, it's not.
It's Christianity. But
Yeah, here it is. You got a murderer killing everybody. Nobody will kill him though, because they ain't gonna kill. Just let them kill out, kill all
kill
that.
everybody.
But then when the Lord say, I killed and I make him alive, so is the Lord a murderer then? The Lord can do it says in Zephaniah.
that's not God, that's Satan.
It's what it says. Like as we're reading though, that's a contradiction.
Yeah.
Because we have laws on put.
That's right.
The Lord say he bring a judgment to light every morning. You don't know what it
Why were they about to stone Mary? Because that was in the law. They didn't just say let's just stone a bitch. No, they were doing the law. But it was the time of the grace period. That's the only reason that Yahushua stopped them. If Yahushua was on the scene, they would stone her to death.
That's a fact.
But now that he was the grace period, now he said, well, now I can't just be stoning people for everything because y'all all sin.
Everybody.
That's right.
Now I'm here now, so it's mercy now.
Pretty much just worry about yourself and you know what I'm saying? You need to repent. Let the Lord do it because he said vengeance is mine.
Let's go.
Let the Lord
We can't just stone the whole faggot.
Yeah, you know.
It's awful.
Yeah.
You know, but he that has no sin cast the first stone. You can bust him upside. And get him, send him up out of here. You wouldn't be wrong. You pick the faggot up. You know? But when somebody gets you, wants you.
Exactly. You gonna want that.
They ain't wrong.
Like, no, nigga, I see you getting fat.
They ain't wrong. They ain't wrong.
Yeah.
You put that faggot out. Go ahead, some of your shit. And then we all just go through all just take
Everybody
each other out.
everybody just go there.
Oh, you gonna take him up for that? I'm taking you up.
And be mad at this.
Yeah.
It'd be chaos. It'd be chaos, man.
Yeah. That's why we say our salvation won't be granted by the law, man.
His rags, man. Each and every day, man. I said, any sin, the scripture says, any sin that we do is unto death. Even like even the smallest little.
Guilty of one, you
Yeah.
guilty of all.
That's how the Lord wants us to be perfect, man. Not 613 men. We gotta be perfect. Yeah, I was the only man. To not sin.
The only thing that makes us blameless is this.
That's right.
You don't be cleansed by this word, you ain't gonna receive
It does. It does.
Because it's impossible for us to be perfect in the flesh. And
That's
we
right.
have to be cleansed by the word. And we're found blameless inside of the word.
That's right. The things I do, I do not. The things I not do, I do.
We're not telling you to willfully sin. We're telling you
The Lord said,
just condemn people for their sins. You a sinner. Take the more I die out.
Right, because even the Lord, when he pardoned that woman, he told her, hey, go and sin no more. You know what I mean?
It's Deuteronomy 21:19. Then shall his father and his mother lay hold of him and bring him out unto the elders of his city.
Now, if you got a wife that don't agree with you, or you rule your house, then she is trying to fight you.
Right.
You can't do that in this society. I'm taking this little nigga to the woods and I'm sending him up. That's how you do it. And I'm going to bury him. We'll have a burial service for him. But that nigga getting up out of here. That nigga got to go.
Yes, you gotta make another one.
Yeah, We'll do the proper, you know, send him up, you know, the proper funeral service. But he get about it. You gotta know that. We're making another one tonight.
He be right back, he be right back, he be right back. But with a different attitude, with a different attitude.
That's what the Lord said every 34th generation.
Right.
Is that what we said? Bullshit. The little nigga come back up. Love him, bro.
And bring him out unto the elders of his city and unto the gate of his place, and they shall say unto the elders of his city, this our son is stubborn and rebellious, he will not obey our voice, he is a glutton and a drunkard, and all the men of his city shall stone him with stones that he die. So shall thou put evil away from among you.
Yeah, everybody bring their kids to the soda. Everybody bring their kids to see you. You know, Ray? That you went to school with? You got math for him? Yeah. Baby, right? I need to take you to the elders of the city.
Exactly.
They
They get right
What you
quick.
mean about?
Get right quick.
They gonna see them stones person his blood vessel.
Yeah. You know, the kid,
They might shed a tear.
That shit gonna scar him.
You go to the crib, they
Sit up. You got an obedient child. That's what it's there for. Man.
Which is righteous though. You know what I mean? 'Cause if you didn't have these kind of crosses, you know what I'm saying, you get what you got today. Little kids beating up on pregnant women, you know what I mean?
Scripture say what? The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
I persuade man.
I persuade them by the fear of the Lord. The fear of the Lord. You put that fear in the kid. So when they know, oh, that ain't got to take shit. Everything prepared. Yeah, you feel put her up.
The scripture said all the men, not some of the men.
Yeah.
All the men.
That's a bloody seed, man. That's a bloody seed. That's a child.
So even the midwife get weak, you know, just because they kid, you know what I mean? Oh, I love them, you know what I'm saying? I brought them up, I nurtured them, you know what I mean? No, bring them out to the congregation and everybody get a piece of this discipline. You know what I mean?
Yeah, wrap your head around that for a moment. You know, the first 10, 20 stones might have knocked the gas on the floor. But you still coming with stones.
Everybody get a piece.
Every.
It's lying.
Take what you send them up. Send them up out of here.
The whole city show. The whole city.
And then when the kids get together, they can say, we got to make sure we obey our parents. Because they will put us in the spirit. See what happened with Lord Reverend. His blood was gushing from his nose. That's what was burst.
I see pieces of his brain, bro. I see a piece of his brain.
It'll scar
That's
you.
not all I see his eyes.
Especially girls,
I seen it.
I see the eye drop.
And it'll scar them kids. That's why it's there.
He wailing, screaming.
I'll never do it again.
Too late.
Too late. You just take them out.
Yeah.
Kids like, oh,
Screaming. Yeah, the kids screaming, but you know what I'm saying? Like, please stop.
Right.
No.
quick as hell doing everything on TV.
Stop, daddy, mom. I'm like,
Y'all
no.
had nightmares about this.
That's what they need.
No, yeah.
We have nightmares about the
You know what I'm
Lord.
saying?
You know?
Nightmares about them guys.
Every time I lay down, I have nightmares that the Lord take me out. I'm like, shoot, am I being left? You're supposed to have that type of, if you don't have that type of fear, you ain't no respect. You ain't really got the right spirit on you. You're supposed to have fear, you're like, the Lord take me out now. Oh, shit. Shit. You know, it got to really be put fear on you. Because it makes you want to do the right thing. You don't instill that fear of kids. Train up a child the way they should go early. And they should know the part. You don't do that early for them. You didn't put the fear on them. They have no fear. But what society teaches them, no, be nice to kids. So they can run the fuck over. These kids don't even open the door for elders.
Yeah, chivalry's dead, man.
They don't say yes, sir. They don't say yes, ma'am.
But yo.
They call you OG.
OG.
Nah, bro, my name is this. It's not OG. It's this. I hate you, OG.
Yeah.
You ain't listening, Jay.
They don't even say Mr. So-and-so.
No.
No respect. No respect because they have no fear. Nobody's holding nobody accountable to anything. And the Lord's ready to change all this shit, bro.
That's why the Lord said, what, this is adulterous generation. Because some generation is seeking the sign, but no sign shall be given.
up to date.
That's good.
You know? You don't just
Yeah.
That's true. But yeah, you got it 2-3 seconds to respond. Yeah, go finish it.
It says, and all Israel shall hear and fear.
Yep, there you go.
Or we say everybody should hear.
And all Israel shall hear and fear.
There you go. Said it for us. All Israel should hear. The little kids heard.
You better make sure. Go home now.
That's all before the sun go down.
They scared to they scared of that bed. He said, yes, Abba. He said, yes, Abba.
That's beautiful, man. Because obedient kids is one of the most beautiful things you'll see on the earth.
Yes.
If you see an obedient child that respects their parents, that's a gift.
I've never seen it, but I can only imagine, bro.
So that's a gift. And that's how our kids are going to be in the kingdom. Very obedient, very in line, very respectful, carry themselves with dignity. You know, the kingdom is going to be a whole different world. Man. This shit that we living in is horrible, literally.
Like you said, man, it's got worse. Like you said, to kids start hitting a pregnant lady, and she had no help whatsoever. I mean, damn, bro. I mean, that's worse, man.
It's
I mean,
Keisha's, man.
It's gonna be so,
they get children.
it's gonna be so good.
That's
in
why
the
they gotta
kingdom.
get judged.
Like kids gonna be like when they ask about Babylon, they ain't gonna believe how bad it was,
Or how
because
bad
how
they were.
or how bad it was in Babylon because how good it's gonna be in the kingdom.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, what the hell? I can't believe it.
Yeah, Con, you know, now backing on that, they're not gonna believe how bad they were. You know? Yeah, he was a badass. That's why that you got. He was you burning. This is gonna be a shame in heaven.
Shame and contempt. Yep. But you're gonna see that righteousness that the Lord is intended.
Yeah, we're going through our shame now.
Yeah, there you go.
And everybody has to go through shame.
Facts.
We're going through our shame now. We're letting the Lord stripe give us our stripes. And we're going through our embarrassment. We're doing this. It's part of the embarrassment. You know, we're going through what we got to go through now, so we can be part of the first fruits. I'm not trying to be born a baby in the kingdom. I'm trying to be part of the builder. On the earth, put niggas in chains. I want to sit in the temple of the Lord. I want to see everything. First 1,000-year reign. Third, fourth generation became reign. What the fuck happened? That shit already built up. You got bridges, all type of shit. You gotta get a tour and everything.
This is where this is so and so. Fuck that.
You're not that guy.
Let's show
You're
you.
not that guy.
Let's show you the book of remembrance of the elect men. That stood still for the days. I'm trying to be in the book. I'm not out here to be born a baby in the kingdom.
Like, it just be a famous and common
For now. That's what we striving for. We striving for that crown.
Niggas don't understand that. Like, you niggas gotta start over, right? Fuck that. Y'all finna miss, because the thing about being the first fruits is that's only gonna happen one time. Something only happens once. Coming down, John the Revelator, seeing the kings of heaven, right? Coming down to go throughout the earth. To go to Europe, go to Russia, go to these places, get these people on. That only happens once. So you gonna miss out on all that shit. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah, the next first journey. Journey 1, journey 2.
Yeah, that's right. That's not true.
That's right.
Go ahead. You call it last week, so hear what you got.
It's Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6. Train up a child in the way he shall go. He shall go. And when he is old, he will not depart from it.
Yeah, man. So, you know, what I mean, whatever you were still as a child, like you said, you know, the things that we might as little kids, you know what I'm saying, still stuff with us today. You know, some things like, yeah, you know, so yeah, I remember that, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna do that again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, even applying it to the truth, the Lord said you can't even come into this thing unless you be like to the little one, like a baby. You have to start with the milk, you literally have to be brought up in the truth. You have to grow.
You feel a little bit more on that?
Desiring, he said, that you grow there.
You can't come in and say, oh, I'm 30 years old. Just give me a gun. No, you a baby. You literally a baby. That has to be instilled the right qualities, the right thing.
Yeah.
And you're not going to agree with everything. Everything is not going to go your way. Certain things you ain't going to like. You got to, that's how kids are. You may not understand everything that happens with you. That's how kids are.
Yeah, it's, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, it's all about growing process. That's all it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, we have to learn these things, man, because look at you now compared to you first came into the truth, you know what I'm saying? You know how long we've been here, you know what I'm saying? We grew a lot, man, you know what I'm saying? 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 You know, if we did really hasten today, you know what I'm saying? You know, Jacob was really true, Trevor. It's like if Jacob Trevor was really here, would you have learned the same things now that you did, you know what I'm saying, maybe like 5 or 3 or 2 years ago, or, you know, even way longer than that? Like, no. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's so necessary that what you gotta get my not responsible because once it's here, like you say, ain't no redo. There's no like damn man, I wish you would have did such and such, I would have did more video, you know what I'm saying? I should have did 8 different camps. Like nah, man. You know what I'm saying? What was that saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, in you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We had, you know, the luxury to do all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's it, man.
I'm sure you say that too. You say your works do follow. You know what I mean? You want to utilize all this time, this learning experience, so you can have that experience that brother was talking about.
Yeah, one of those things that you know what I'm saying, people that are now is, you know what I'm saying, you know, suffering, man. You know, whether that be financial or whatever, you know what I'm saying, even though we don't like it, but like you said, but at least it helps us, like you said, build us, you know what I'm saying, have more faith in the Lord, start praying more. You know, because at some point, like I said, the stuff that we do now, our houses, you know, our precious stuff and all that stuff like that, all that's gonna be taken away anyways, regardless. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to rely on faith on the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Our loved ones, you know, some of our loved ones are not gonna be here anymore. You know, once they're gonna be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? You know, we want to see them, but you know what, man? You know what I'm saying? You can't look at, you know what I'm saying, the flesh like, damn, man. You know what I'm saying? Because again, that's gonna lead us to what? The flesh, what? The quality is gonna lead us to what? You're dead, man. You know, now you're gonna suck at the great things like, man, da da da. Like, no, man, you gotta keep moving, man. Like you said, every great person always had a sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? We all gotta make sacrifices, man. Like you said, if you want the things that you want, there's gotta be sacrifices. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's been left side or the right side. You know what I'm saying? It's part of the thing. Like you said, we're still suffering, man. But at the end of the day, you gotta think about it like this: we still here. You gotta keep moving, man. Because look, there's a reason why we're still here, man. You know. The worst enemies, you know, the worst enemies are over yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, take what you learn and just keep moving, man. Because as long as you still in this truth, that's what's, you know, that's what's really most important. So, like I said before, like I said, the Lord can always, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Take away something and then, you know, give you something. You know, it's easy for the Lord, you know. But you gotta pray and ask for it, you know. And again, that's what we got brothers for, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody needs help, man. You know. So with that, we hope brother, you know, so hopefully, you know, it's like hopefully brother was edified and beautiful lesson with through the spirit. And as always, you know what I'm saying? You know, this great Millstone, Virginia, has always gave let his news, articles, lessons to the spirit and the power of Bashir al-Shai. But as always, first and foremost, we want to give all praise, glory, and honor due to
Yahweh, Bashir al-Shai, Bashir al-Qakodash.
Say double honor to the elders of the great Millstone who will teach us the truth, and of course, we say peace of blessings and salutation to you, Akim out that place of truth, love the focus of the earth, live to the best of the ability, out of the focus of the earth. With that, we say, Kwam Yasharallah,
Kwam Yasharallah,
Shalom.
Shalom.